Good morning, welcome to the Sunday Live. Where am I heading today? Firstly, this has got to come off because I thought it was cold. If you're wondering what that noise is, there's a bit of tennis going on that way, but I'm heading that way over to Fuerteventura today. I've not got the car still, so I'm on foot. I thought, where can I go? I did Playa Blanca last week. I'm going over there. So we're going to go and have a look at Corralejo at Christmas. There you go. And there are the tennis players, look. I think tennis or paddle? No, that's paddle, isn't it? I've never understood that either. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Mr TravelON. We're in Lanzarote today. I've took the new sort of shortcut path, which leads from the Club Playa Blanca and Alba down to the harbour area, which is a good little shortcut because it only takes about 5 minutes and it takes you right down there. I've got my boarding pass. And I've just got to go and see Phil at the office and get my my actual boarding pass or whatever it's called. Let me just fiddle around with this 1 second. And I've just realised I haven't bought my ID with me, but being as they know me, I should be all right. But essentially, I'm not really allowed to travel. So don't forget, if you're going on the ferry to Fuerteventura, you have to bring your passport and you can book it. Bloody hell, look at these. That's one way of pulling your case, isn't it? That is one way of pulling your case. Yeah, so if you want to book the ferry, www.travelon.world, use the code TTK. If you're in Playa Blanca, you can just walk to the harbour, but you can book it with a bus pickup as well, where the bus will pick you up. And then if you're in Costa de Gais or Porto del Carmen or Arrecife, well, the bus will pick you up, bring you down to Playa Blanca. You'll get on get on the ferry, go over, spend the day in Fuerteventura, come back, the bus will be waiting to take you back. So you've got two options. These are the only ones that do it with bus pickup, and it's on our website, exclusive. There's the new climbing wall. Again, I've never seen anybody climb it, and I just reckon they've just stuck it there and no one will ever do anything with it. I don't know. Has anybody seen anybody climbing there? Has anybody climbed it? Coming there next year. Right, so what have I been up to? Well, as you know, I've cancelled Christmas dinner because I said this year I ain't doing it. I am not stressing over a Christmas dinner. I can't be dealing with it. I can't be dealing with Christmas in general. I am the Grinch and I don't care. So we are going to Rancho, Texas Christmas Day. I shall eat there. And it was Jack's 18th on the 18th. So I said to Jack, right, what do you want to do for your birthday? Obviously went out with his mates on Saturday night, didn't get in till 6 in the morning, so he must have had a good night. Me, I didn't sleep till 6 in the morning as a worried father. They're at that age now where I'm losing sleep. I said this before, I don't know how my mother coped back in the day when we didn't have WhatsApp and we didn't have that and we had to telephone and do 3 rings, didn't we? Give me 3 rings to let me know you're alive. How the hell did parents deal with it back in the day? Was it safer back in the day? I don't remember. Do you know what? I don't remember, but some of the places I ended up, jeez. Anyway, so that's that. So he went out a couple of times with his mates. So I said to him, what do you want to do for your birthday meal? And he said, I want to go for an Indian. I said, okay, cool. Right. So I am the tightest man on the internet, as you know. And I was weighing it up thinking, well, my mother's here as well. That's 5 of us. That's going to cost a bloody arm and a leg, isn't it? I've screwed up here, by the way. And I don't mind, but I don't mind taking Jack. I would have took him for a curry, of course, everybody. I am tight, but I'm not that sad. But the problem with me is I can't stand eating out. I know you see me do all these videos in restaurants, but that's because I'm busy making videos. I'm quite happy and content sitting there and fiddling around my camera and doing the intros and stuff like that. And all the family are happy because I'm not sitting there stressing, wondering where my food is, and I can't sit still for 5 minutes, but that's another topic. So I said to Jack, I said, oh, all right, we'll do that. We'll go down here. And he goes, I don't want you making a video though. I thought, for fuck's sake. I said, oh God, all right then. So I thought, right, I'm going to be bored. I can't sit still for 5 minutes. And then also, because I do quite a few videos of different restaurants, I always feel obliged to do a video anyway, because, you know, I mean, obviously I was paying for it, but I'm sure I'd have got some kind of like residence discount or stuff like that. And I always feel obliged, you know, because they're like, oh, you know, you know what the restaurant owners are like. When I do a video for them, it really works. So they get quite excited and they're like, you know, it'd be great to do a video. So anyway, let's cut to the chase. As you know, I bought a new oven called a Steak Master, brand new oven on Black Friday, and it cooks steaks to restaurant quality. So I said to Jack, in my wisdom, I said, listen, I've got an idea for your birthday. Why don't we go and get some like mad steaks, like either Wagyu or Tomahawk or T-bone, and I'll cook them up in that new oven. What do you reckon? And he went, yeah, that's a much better idea. I really fancy that. I spent €135 on fucking meat. Bloody steak. It cost me more. It cost me more to do that than it did to go out for dinner. So I massively screwed up. Don't get me wrong, these were proper good steaks. But we went to the butcher's and I said to the guy, so look, we want some real good steaks. And he's like, these are the good ones. These are what you want. I explained what I'm doing. And he like weighed them all up, put them all up, cut them all up. We were sawing the bone and everything. And he put them there. It was like €125. I was like, shit. I thought, well, I can't put them back now, can I? So I had to buy them. Don't get me wrong, they were lovely steaks. But I should have just gone for an Indian. So there you go, that's been my week. That's been my week. This is a lovely restaurant here that does all fresh fish and stuff like that. Where is the butcher's? I went to the one in Arrecife. They've got Wagyu and everything. Basically, the one I bought was an Angus. It was from Ireland, folks. I mean, these steaks were huge. They were a kilo each. Just under a kilo each. Me, Jack and Alfie had a kilo. My mum and Mrs TravelON had a smaller version. But we ate them. We ate them, and then I ate loads of birthday cake, and I'm dairy intolerant. And the next day, well, I thought I was going to die. So that's been my week. We are getting that ferry over there. Guys, we've just dropped to 497, 501. Can we do me a favour? Can you smash the heart button and share the live like bloody crazy, please? Let's get as many people as we can on. We're heading over on the ferry. Once I get on this ferry, I'm going to take this bloody jacket off because it's roasting. I thought it was going to be a bit chilly. Oh. Yes, so yeah, that was what I did. So steak was on the menu. Don't get me wrong, it was lovely, but I'm going to be honest with you. I can't really tell the difference between a good steak and a shite steak. I don't know whether it's my taste buds, but I'm not a connoisseur of food. If I put it in my mouth and it tastes good, I'm happy, you know what I mean? So I'm going to get one from Lidl later in the week and see if anybody recognises the difference between, you know, a 10 quid steak and a fucking 30 quid steak. Because I couldn't tell the difference. But I know you lot all love your steaks, don't they? Oh, right, this is the new white building. Somebody became the number 101 fan, whatever that means. Thank you very much. So this is the white building that they built for the cruise ships that have never ever docked here. So we've got to go and get my boarding pass. Hopefully Phil don't ask for my details, but he might do, so I might have to just write it down. Oh, fantastic, Neil. Here he is. So you've got the big ferry there that takes the cars. This is the one we're going on, Lineas Romero. Good morning, Phil. I'm all right. I've got a pass and everything today, mate. Just not to stress you out or anything like that. You know what I mean? No, I've got. 1 second. Phil's here. Look. Say hello, Phil. Hello. He's the man. He's the man. Right. Let me have a look. 1 second. Working on a Sunday, just like me. There you go. That's what I've got. Oh. So when you get your tickets, you need to come and see this man here. If it ain't him, it's the more attractive lady. But Phil's been here for bloody years. He's like me. These lot are all getting the one with the car over. If you've got a car, this is the one where you've got Fred Olsen and you've got Armas there. For me, Armas is the better one, but it's an older one. The Fred Olsen is a nicer, more modern ferry, but I like the Armas. It's more fun. Loads of places to explore. Oh, look at that. Phil's on it. Phil, thank you very much. Have a lovely Sunday and have a lovely Christmas as well. Do you like Christmas, Phil? Do you like Christmas?
I mean...
Or are you a Grinch like me?
I dislike it, but I'm not, I used to like it more
Yeah. Can you be asked? I can't be asked. Oh, there you go. There you go. Come and get some Christmas spirit off him. Look, he'll sort you out. See you later, big man. See you later. He's a lovely guy he is. I've known him for years. So there's a ticket, look. That is what we're getting. And I'll take you this way. Yes, I will do. 1 second. So, once you get your ticket this way, look, you come out here. If you're on the car ferries, look, you got the Armas and the Fred Olsen here. You can see the cars are lined up here. But we've got to walk to the other end over here to the ferry at the end, the Lineas Romero. This is the one that we use. Why? Because it's more made for tourists. It's actually quite a new ferry as well. I wouldn't say brand spanking new, but I always say it's brand spanking new because really it is. So these are all waiting to get on the ferry, which is near, yeah? Can you tell me where the evening Christmas market is? Well, there is one in Arrecife, which has recently opened called, I think it's called Naviland. So this is it's like a big Christmas event that they do. All like your Christmas markets and stuff. There's little concerts down there. They've got an ice rink on the weekends. And they've got like a big wheel, you know, like the London Eye. It's not quite the London Eye. And they've got some fairground rides and stuff. So that's up in Arrecife in San Ginés. I've done many a video on my YouTube of San Ginés. So if you want to know where that is, go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe while you're there. Like I said, the Christmas miracle of getting there by Christmas Day is looking like it's not going to happen. But looking at the figures, I reckon I could be there by New Year. I'm definitely going to be there by my birthday. And maybe I don't go out New Year's Eve because I'm a miserable git. Maybe we'll do a live countdown at New Year's Eve. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to try and boost it up over from now until sort of Christmas. This is a lovely harbour. Look, this is the old harbour. It's cheaper to put your boat here than it is in like the Marina Rubicon or Porto Calero. So this is why it's a little bit busier. Temperature, please. It's got to be about 19 at the moment. It's still very chilly in the early evenings and in the mornings, hence why I've got the jacket on, but it's coming off because I'm bloody roasting. I'm roasting like my big Angus steak. 135 euros on bloody meat. Unbelievable. Anyway, it was nice. Jack had a great 18th. He did bloody well with his presents. He was opening them and I was thinking, Jesus, how much did that cost? Jesus, how much did that cost? How much did that cost? It was all, God, he got a watch. He got some nice designer label clothes, designer label pants and socks. He got the bloody lot, the little shite. But he's back to work today. Like I said, he went out on Friday night? Yeah, no, he went out on Friday night for his birthday and didn't get in until 6 in the morning. Jeez. Which meant that I was rolling around until 6, wondering where the hell he was. You are only 18 was my 18th birthday, bloody hell. We hired out, I did a joint one with this girl from college, and we hired out like a social club, and the boys got me a bloody kissogram. Yeah, I was battered, I was smashed out my mind. God, like really smashed out my mind. There you go, that's why I'm teetotal now. I think I drank enough for all 680 of you back in the day. And I haven't drank for 20 plus years. I gave the lot up. But like I said, I'm not going to be one of them people on the internet that stops drinking and goes, oh, look at me, sobriety. You do what you want to do. I don't judge anybody. Well, I do actually, don't I? I'm a proper judgy person. This is the Lineas Romero Ferry, look, my little baby. So, like I said, www.travelon.world, you can just book the ferry and just hop over on all the different times that it goes. Or if you're stopping in Puerto del Carmen or Costa de Guise, then you can book it with a bus pickup, which means that the bus will pick you up. It will pull up right there. You'll jump on this ferry, go over and spend the day in Fuerteventura doing what you want. And then when you get back, there'll be a bus right there again to take you back. www.travelon.world, use the code TTK, save yourself some money. And that is the sales pitch for the day on the ferry. That is it. It's made just for you. What else do I need to tell you about ferries? Take your passport, unlike me, and enjoy. And then if you want to actually see the island of Fuerteventura, they do a full tour as well. So they do a tour where they'll send you on the sand dunes and stuff like that. It's a similar thing. They pick you up. When you get to Fuerteventura, there'll be another bus that'll take you on the actual tour around the island. And there's a couple of different options with that as well. But let me show you a bit of Playa Blanca, look. There you go, Playa Blanca in the sun. Really, really nice day today. Really, really sunny. Ideal to get over to Fuerteventura. Look, the sea is like a bloody sheet of glass. And believe me, after the storms we've had, Amelia and all that lot, well, it's not been good. There's Marina Rubicon over there, look. Princess Yaiza Hotel and the Volcan. And that's the Playa Blanca front. And it's got busier now. You know, I've been pissing and moaning, saying it's been dead. Well, Thursday, it really started to pick up. You've seen the video that I did about the airport. Long queues at the airport, people pissing and moaning about that. And it ain't been good. But once you get here, you're rocking and rolling, and I reckon the weather's going to be good. Yes, you did. You were here, weren't you, Mel? Mel was the lady that bought me the TUI plane, and I did the weather with her, if you haven't seen that. You ever thought about getting a boat? No, pain life. Too much money, mate. It's not the cost of the boat, it's maintaining it. I can't be arsed. Buenos días, amigo. ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien, amigo? Trabajo domingo, no? Sí. Siempre. Gracias. These guys will get you on. And for disabilities, look, you can't get a wheelchair on here, but if you can get out of the wheelchair, you're going to have to climb this little ramp here. It is quite a steep one, but if you're able-bodied enough to do that, you can do it. The only other option with wheelchairs is the big ferries. They've got like a proper wheelchair lift and everything. And then you've got places to sit upstairs. Morning, mate, you all right? Heading over to Fuerteventura? Yep. Yes. You're just going to chill out, have a little walk around?
Exactly.
Brilliant. I like it. So they're after Fuerteventura as well, look. And there you go. Right, I'm going to show you downstairs. I'm going to take this bloody jacket off because it's roasting. In saying that, I'll take it off, and then once we get going, the wind will come in and I'll be freezing, and I'll moan about that, won't I? So this is downstairs. Always a good place to stand here if you suffer from seasickness, because you're right at the back. Back of the boat upstairs is perfect if you get seasick or anything, because that's, let's say, less bumpy. Front of the boat is a bad idea. But I always used to stand here. Let's get in here, look. Inside, you've got all the leather seats, look. Buenos días, ¿todo bien? Buenos días. Capitán.
Buenos días.
Buenos días, ¿todo bien?
Bien.
Caminando.
Hay que caminar.
The captain's perfect here as well. Really nice crew. They all know me. They all know Mr TravelON, look. Right, look. So you've got all these leather seats here, look. Oh, it smells like a new Ferrari, look. Very posh, very plush, and ideal for tourists. It's just been made especially for that. So let me get this jacket off because I am absolutely roasting. So look, this is the front. You're not allowed out there. You used to be allowed out there on the front, but safety and stuff like that. But there's a harbour, look. Gorgeous harbour. You can get upstairs there, but they've blocked that off. So we go the back way, look. And there's bloody seatbelts on that one. Don't know why. You get seatbelts on the front. And if Captain lets us in, we might drive the boat today. I shall ask him. So they're taking that down now. It's not very busy today, but it is market day today in Costa de Gezi. That's why. Toilets, look. Disabled toilets. You got everything. Capitan.
Hello.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's Captain. The number one captain. You always work on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Siempre domingo, tú.
Yeah. It's always Sunday.
Sí. ¿Y
Yeah,
Navidad? ¿Trabajo en Navidad?
Yeah.
Sí. Muy bien. Pero the crew, ¿todo bien, amigo? Boom. Look at these will keep us going, look. Good lads on here. They work ever so hard. What they do on the boats, marineros, is they work like 2 weeks solid, and it's long hours. I mean, the last ferry probably leaves at about 6 from Corralejo. So they work long hours. They probably start around 7, 8 in the morning, and then probably don't finish after they've cleaned the boat till about 8, 9 at night. But they do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. That's how they work. Not a bad one, is it, I suppose? Would you like to do that? The market's in Costa de Guise. So the market today is Sunday. That's the big one in Teguise, which is the old capital. So that's why it's quiet on here. But it has started to pick up now. Bookings are coming in and things are getting proper booked up. All your Christmas Eve, your New Year's Eve parties, all of that sort of stuff. Rancho Texas is just getting fully booked already. We didn't stop yesterday for bookings, which was good because, well, we've been sitting there fiddling with nothing. There's been no bookings over the last couple of weeks. It's been shocking. So I'm going to show you the takeoff when we're heading over. It's gorgeous here, Patrick. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So over there, look, you've got the Iberostar Hotel. And I've done a full video in there. I've done a couple of videos in there, actually. And then there, you've got Popeyes and the Irish Anvil. And the engines are starting and we are going. Let's smash that heart button. Let's share that live. And let's get some people on while I show you this. And fingers crossed, it ain't gonna start getting Baltic now. I've took my jacket off. Because once that wind hits, it's a bit chilly. Yeah, look, he's gonna take them ropes off there, look. And then we are off, we are going. Now, I might need to get out of the way because if I'm standing there, sometimes Captain can't see. Ooh, there you go. There you go, look. So we're going to get some amazing views. Look, we're going to see all of Papagayo over there. We're heading right over there towards Fuerteventura. Is she late? Is she late, look? We've got a late one, look. He's going to help her over. There's always one, isn't there? Come on, you're holding the bloody boat up. Mind you, it's leaving on time. We've got 1 minute. Right, this should take us, with these sea conditions, probably about 30 minutes. The other ones, the big ferries, take a little less. But the big ferries are for cars, really, if you've got cars and stuff like that. So what happens with the big ones is you get like all your delivery drivers on, you know, all your workers, all your sort of locals and stuff. So it can be quite sort of loud and boisterous, especially in the morning with all the delivery drivers and stuff. This is just for tourists, so it's made just for you lot. We're on our way, waiting for a boarding gate. Oh, I thought you were on our way there. Fantastic, Princess. You're on your way to Lanzarote. Fingers crossed that the EES system doesn't give you any jip, because it's been a bloody nightmare, if I'm honest with you. And they're rolling it out little by little. That's the new system, the new where you have to put all your fingerprints on. They've rolled it out little by little and decided to fully roll it out on Christmas. Idiots, but there you go. How much does it cost? www.travelon.world. Use the code TTK, go all the way to checkout, put the code in, it'll tell you what your discount is on there. But I think it's about €35 return, if I'm right, for adults. It might have gone up or down, I don't know. Depends if there's a special offer on. But if you go onto the website, www.travelon.world, there's a little thing, there's a little menu at the side. If you go to Lanzarote to Fuerteventura, then you can click that, and you've got the full tour of Fuerteventura, where you can go on a full tour. You've got the ferry with bus, or just a normal ferry. Don't be depressed, Mel. Don't be depressed because you're back home. I'd be more depressed that the sun's out and it wasn't when you were here, if I'm honest with you. I'm not early. Someone said I'm early. €38. I'm looking now. Well done, Karen. There you go. Karen knows more than me, doesn't she? There you go. Thanks, Karen. There you go. So €38. It used to be 35. It's bloody gone up. But I think I always think post-COVID prices. Let's get down here again. Oh, we're having a beep. What's that? Is that? Oh, that's the armast coming in. I've got to show you this. So now we're a bit delayed because of that woman, because we'd have been straight out. Look, there's the armast coming in. So that's one of the bigger ones. Look, it's a busy old bloody harbour. This, I tell you. Just for a crossing over to Fuerteventura, there's like there's two big ferries like that take cars. There's this one, and then the Fred Olsen, who I don't like. They've also bought in a little one like this and are doing exactly the same as these guys, which I thought was a little bit petty, if I'm honest with you. There's not enough business for everybody, but I don't know why Fred Olsen need to bring in a little boat. They've got a massive boat that takes cars. That's all they need. It's never full, never full. It might be full on bank holidays, you know what I mean? But it's never full. This is sometimes where I start the weather here, look. If you ever see me do the weather, lovely little Instagram photos that you can get there with the tiny little boats. Look at that, look. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Is there a good service coming back later on this afternoon? Yep, so I'll show you the timetable when we get off, at what time I'm coming back. I'm literally going to get off, go for a walk around Corralejo and head straight back. That's what I'm doing. My mum and dad are coming over Christmas. They said there's no sun, they will find you in the gym. I think the bloody gym's closed at Christmas. I'm freezing now. Literally, I am freezing. I should have left that jacket on. Well, I'm not freezing really. So this is lovely, look, you've got a lovely view here of Playa Blanca. This is what I love. Look, I can show you all of this, look, from sea. It's a totally different angle for you to see. These are all the restaurants over here. Look, you'll probably recognise some of these. I've done a video in quite a lot of these ones. Oh my God, it's freezing. There's the little one that I told you about. There really was no need for them to bring that on, look. But there you go, that's Fred Olsen for you. That's Lanzarote for you. What happens in Lanzarote is if something's working, other people just copy it. That's how it works here. No one's got originality. Over there is Playa Dorada, look. That's one of the main beaches. That's the town beach there, look. So you've got the town beach there. You've got the Playa Dorada beach there. Playa Dorada's the one with the sunbeds on. It's the only one with sunbeds. And then further up there is Papagayo, which is the one that you can only really get to by foot or really by car. Oh, lo siento, amigo. I'm getting in his way. Look, he's pulling up the bouncy things. There you go, look. There's Playa Dorada, the Princess Yaiza. You got mountain views over there. And he's pulled up the oh my good God, I'm going right at the back, mate. We're bumping now. Jesus Christ. Look at us bouncing away. So there's the big one as well. That's why we're bouncing, look, because there's the big Fred Olsen. So that's the one with the cars, look. That's turning round to go in, and that will cause a massive wave, look, that will go onto that beach and hit that beach. And the kids absolutely love it. Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, that was a bit of a jolt then. So it's a busy old place, isn't it, really? For a little crossing, there's far too many ferries, and all this area here, they built for the cruise ships. But what happened was, when they built it, they didn't realise that the water's too shallow, so they messed it up, basically. They spent thousands on it, so it's just literally been sat there. But I have heard that they will be getting some cruise ships in Playa Blanca. At the moment, the cruise ships all go into Arrecife, and Arrecife does really well from the cruise ships, so there's a lot of politics going on about that as well. And I don't think Playa Blanca is going to be able to manage with cruise ships as well. Not enough taxis and all this, so we shall see. But you know, those in charge can't pull their finger out their arse, can they? And there's a lighthouse over there, look. Right, I'm going down because it's rocking and rolling like a bloody... I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. Dear God. We might have to sit down, folks. Oh, I did say to you, if it gets rocky, come down here, look. This is the best bit. Let me know if you can hear me all right with the noise of the engine and stuff. Got gorgeous views down here, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? All the way over there to Montaña Roca as well. Well, I don't know about the boutique cruise ship, Paddy. That was the one that's meant to be arriving in November. I don't think it ever did. Do you get seasick? A little bit sometimes, but not really. I always just come to the back of the boat. So look how this is, you can actually walk all the way from that lighthouse over there, look. And I've done a video on the full walk. You can walk all the way from there, all the way along the front of Playa Blanca, all the way, literally, to the Papagayo Arena. And then you can even walk all the way to the Papagayo beaches over there. It's a long walk, but one day I'm going to do it. That is a bloody long walk, I'll tell you that now. It's gorgeous weather as well, yeah, really good. Thank God, because, well, we've had some terrible weather, haven't we? We have had some terrible weather. Right, let me show you a different view over this side, and then I might have to sit down and have a little chat to you. I might have to sit down and have a little chat to you, but then I don't want to lose momentum. Because, oh my God, see what I mean? When you get to the front, look, it is like, whoa, look, that's the front bit. So that's why, if you're not really a marinero, get to the back. You can see the views from the window there, look. Luggage as well. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. I'm getting out of here. Don't go up the front. It's a bloody rocky one today. It's a bumpy one. So if you do suffer from seasickness, get at the back if you don't like the bumps. What's longer than Matagorda? What's longer, that or Matagorda to Old Town? I'd say this. Then again, I don't know. I showed you the toilets before, didn't I? So you got disabled toilets on here and normal toilets. Obviously, they're not just disabled toilets, but you've got toilets here. So plenty going on. And back out to the safety look. Should we go upstairs? Should we go upstairs, stay here, or go and sit down and have a chat? Let me know. Up, down, or chat. Let me know in the comments what you want to do. Let me know what you want to do. Up, sit down. Oh, hang on, I think up's winning. You lot want me upstairs, don't you? Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would. Oh, it's 50-50 here. Go on, we'll go up. We'll go up and have a little note. You just want to see me fall over, don't you? Oh, I should have said to the captain I want to come in. Sometimes the other captain lets me in. Depends who's on. I don't think they're really allowed to let me in, to be honest. Because I've been on an airport. There you go, look. Views there, look. So yeah, I don't know what the longest walk is actually. I know there's the longest promenade is from Costa de Gezi all the way to Puerto del Carmen. You can actually walk that. That's the longest. Then that's 25 kilometres. Matagorda to Old Town, maybe that is a little bit longer. Google it. Someone Google it. What's longer? The lighthouse Playa Blanca to Papagayo beaches, or Matagorda to Old Town Puerto del Carmen? There you go. Don't know why you're asking me. Bloody Google it. Watching the match today? No, I don't like football. Never have done. Can't stand it. There you go. My conspiracy tinfoil hat says that football is a distraction to keep us all clapping. But there you go. Again, I don't judge anybody. If you like football, you like football. I was too busy chasing the girls while you lot were kicking balls around the park. That was my downfall in life. Maybe I should have focused on football. Yeah, there's flying fish here as well. Sometimes you can see flying fish. Chances of seeing whales and dolphins on here are slim, and they're usually more closer to the coastline. But there's a couple of ways that you can see the whales and dolphins. One is at sunset. That's probably the best opportunity to see them. And there's two sunset boats. One is a catamaran, and it goes from Puerto del Carmen, but they pick up everywhere, and it will come along the coastline and show you the whales and dolphins and the sunset. The other is a speedboat, and the speedboat has more opportunities, a yellow speedboat. It's a little more uncomfortable, it's a little bit more fun. You don't get your canopies and your posh drinks and all that. So the catamaran is very chill, really chilled boat. Nice music on, sunsets are amazing as well at the moment. But if you see the dolphins, you'll see them. There's no guarantee either way. Speedboat is not as nice, not as plush, but if you see the dolphins, they'll go and get them because they're in a bloody speedboat, so it's a little bit more fun. And then the other way is to do the full catamaran tour, which is the Isle of Papagayo, and that again will go all the way from Puerto del Carmen down to Papagayo beaches here, and that's a full day on the boat with all-inclusive drinks, paella, all that. www.travelon.world. There you go. Alfie says Lighthouse to Papagayo is 18 kilometres return. What, so it's only 9 kilometres there, Alfie? No chance. Or is it? I don't know my kilometres. What about Matagorda? Yeah, the catamaran's fantastic. So you've got Isle of Papagayo, and then you've got the other one. If you just want to do a little boat trip out, you've got a number of options. You've got the little mini cruise that goes from Playa Blanca, which will take you to Papagayo there. That's cheap, cheerful, and perfect, okay? But there's no pickup. If you're in Playa Blanca, you just walk to the harbour, jump on there. You can go to Marina Rubicon, and you can also go to Papagayo. And then the other one in Puerto del Carmen is a taxi boat, which will take you to Puerto Calero, and you've also got a mini cruise there. All the boat trips are on our website, www.travelon.world. Use the code TTK. Remember, with it being Christmas week, things are getting booked up like mental. I woke up this morning and saw about 5 pages of bookings, and I thought, oh my God. Over the last 2 weeks, I woke up in the morning and gone back to bed and thought, oh my God, what's going on? There's Los Lobos over there, look. That is a little tiny island. I've got to get over there. Do you know what? We haven't been over to Los Lobos. Maybe we'll do it this winter. I don't like going over in the summer because it's mega busy. But Los Lobos is uninhabited island. There's nothing there but a couple of houses which no one lives in, and one bar that serves meat or fish. We will do a video on that for sure. I always say this, don't I? I come off these lives all motivating, so right, I must do a video on that, I must do a video on that, and then life takes over. And I think my problem is I try and organise like the whole family doing it, because I think, well, we may as well do a little family day of it. I think I'm just going to have to start banging over things, doing things just like on my own, you know what I mean? I'll ask Mrs TravelON if she can do it, if not, because the boys are getting older now, and that's my problem. I think, well, you know, we'll only do it if we do it all together, but it ain't going to work, is it? And then sometimes Mrs TravelON's got work, so I'm going to have to start doing shit on my own. You're stuck with me, I'm afraid. So make sure to smash the heart button, share the live. Let's get as many people as we can on. Is there much to do off the boat in Fuerteventura? TT, stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly what you can do. We're going to walk all the way up to the top of Corralejo and all the way down again. So I'm going to show you the whole of Corralejo. And then you'll see exactly what there is to do. There you go. It's not too cold now as well. I thought it was going to be cold. There's that beautiful sun there, look. Look at that for a sun. So there's Los Lobos, and you can sort of just see Fuerteventura over there as well. And there's the sand dunes of Fuerteventura too. I'll show you them in a minute. I have to be careful. I'm holding on for dear life here and holding the cameras. And I've got these little straps which go around your wrist, and I really should put them on. Because if I drop this bloody camera and everybody in the water, I am fucking screwed, ain't I? Found the nicest Chinese restaurant in Fuerteventura, the Oriental. Ooh. They opened a new buffet, and the guy from that owned it contacted me and said, this was ages ago, contacted me and said, oh, can you come over and do a video? I said, yeah, when I get over, I'll come and do a video for you. I ain't been over. Again, it's because I think, right, yeah, I think 2026, I need to make some serious changes, because what I'm doing is I'm thinking, right, we've got an opportunity to go over to Fuerteventura. We've got an opportunity to go in a big hotel in Tenerife owned by Loro Park as well, because I met them in London. And then I think, right, when's everybody off? Jack's working now. It's like there's too many variables to organise all of us. Alfie's got school, Mrs TravelON's got work. That I think I'm just going to have to say, right, I'm going to have to do it on my own. I'd love to invite you all, but piss off. I've got shit to do. I think that's got to be the rule from now on. Alfie, you're confusing me with kilometres and miles. You've said that here is 18 kilometres return and then 3.7 miles from Old Town to Matagorda. I ain't got a clue. Get it done on your own. Yeah, I think that's the way forward, Michael. I think there's too much. That's my problem. I'm trying to manage 3 other people, aren't I? And their time frames and their work and stuff like that. Beautiful over there. But yeah, 2026 is going to be a big one for the channels. Like I said, we've got the Mr TravelON YouTube channel. That is almost on 100,000. Christmas miracle if we get there before Christmas or on Christmas. Never going to happen, but you could do if you haven't already followed that. If you could, please go over and subscribe to that channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. TikTok is always going to be the baby. Always TikTok, always live. And then I've got a new channel which I'm starting called Mr TravelON Full On, both on TikTok and on YouTube, which is going to be a little bit more risky. A little bit more comedy, a little bit more ranting, and a little bit more moving away from just travel. You know what I mean? But go and follow that as well. Mr TravelON Full On, it's called on YouTube. And the TikTok one will start as soon as I get my ass back to the UK and get a SIM card. 3.7 miles is about 5 kilometres. All right, okay, Paddy. Well, then I don't know what is the longest, but I tell you what, I'll walk both of them in 2026. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do a full video? And I'll do the big one as well, which I think is from Costa de Gide to Porto del Carmen, which is 25 kilometres. I'll just walk it, sod it. Right, come on, let's go for a little wander down here and see what we can see. It's calmed down now. So I'll have a look on this side, oh my God, I said it's calmed down and then it starts rocking again. Oh, here we go. There's some views of Fuerteventura, look over there. That's where we're heading into Corralejo. This might be rockier on the way back. So on the way there, look, it's usually calmer. On the way back, yeah, you're sort of heading into the waves. Well, I don't know which way the waves are going today, but is it worth staying in Corralejo for one night? Yes, Thomas, for sure it is. I've done that plenty of times where you go over, you can stop in Corralejo for the night. There's loads of hotels just by the harbour. It's well worth it. I definitely do it if you can get some good accommodation and at a cheap price. Definitely. Right, come on, we dropped under 500. Let's smash the live and share it. Come on, smash the heart, share the live, all that sort of bollocks. Did you get the truck back? No, Paddy, that's why I'm on the ferry, because my truck is still in the garage. And Mrs TravelON's got the car. Otherwise, I would have been up Porto del Carmen today for sure. Oh, right, let's go for a little walk. And try not to fall over. Oh, Jesus! There you go. We're still on the views of Lanzarote still, look. That's Papagayo Beach, it's just there, look. And then you can sort of almost see, in the distance, but probably not, Porto del Carmen and Porto Calero over there. For a walk down here. Oof. Bloody hell. The sea air, I tell you. The sea air really gets you. Lanzarote is gorgeous, it is. I love Lanzarote. There we go, look, let's show you right at the front without falling over. So this area here, look, is where they put all the suitcases. So you get a lot of locals that head over, look, and this is right at the front, look. Lovely view. So Los Lobos is just there. That's the little uninhabited island. When you get to Corralejo, I'll show you, you can get a little boat over there. Honestly, it's like being in a James Bond film. There's also a speedboat that takes you directly from Porto del Carmen to Los Lobos. There is nothing to do on Los Lobos. Literally, you just go for a walk into the mountains. Like I said, there's one bar, a toilet and a little sort of museum. Nobody lives there, it's uninhabited. You have to have sort of permission to go on there, but obviously if you book an excursion, they sort all that out. But there's the direct one from Porto del Carmen. It's called the Busier Express, I think, on the website. Again, www.travelon.world. That will tell you how to get to there. Or if you're in Fuerteventura, you can get the little mini cruise over there, and that's on the website as well. Or you can get this ferry over and then jump on the mini cruise as well. So that's also on the website. So there's a couple of options to get over there. Plenty of options for you. Oh, it says on there, your fan club has completed the second stage of the club quest. Club power has been unlocked for all fans to send and celebrate. What does that mean? Whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep going. We've got 507 people on, which is good for a Christmas weekend, isn't it? Where most people are out shopping. Ah, shopping. Bloody hell. Right, let's have a little look out this side door. Oh my gosh, get them sunnies back on. There you go, look. So there's Lobos. You'll see just how little it is, how big it is. But you can actually walk all the way to one end or the other. It only takes not long. You'll have time if you go over there and do like a day trip over there to walk the whole island, easy. Again, I will do that in 2026. Every Sunday I get back and make a list of things that I've promised you lot, and I never ever do it, do I? I never ever do it. but I reckon we should get to 100,000 before my birthday, which is the 14th of January. If we can get there before Christmas, it will be an absolute Christmas miracle. If not, we might be able to get there for New Year's Eve, sort of moving into New Year's Day. If so, I will do a 24-hour live if it's on, and we will go live until I get to 100,000. I will do it. I don't know what we're on at the moment. I think we're on 98,000 to 98,200. So we've only got 8,000 to go. It sounds easy, doesn't it? It's not. 8,000 on YouTube is a tough pull. Right, come on. I'm gonna have a little sit down here, look. Let's show you the views out this window, look. There you go, look. A little bit dirty, but there, look, there's Lobos, look. There you go. Absolutely fantastic. Right, we've got 478. I'm gonna have to keep going, and I'm gonna have to keep walking around because you lot are gonna lose momentum. And the last thing I want is to lose momentum when we arrive in Corralejo, because that's the whole idea. So I shall keep walking around this bloody ferry and getting seasick just for you lot. We'll go back upstairs and get some views. I'll show you the bar. Actually, I won't show you the bar because if I show it alcohol, they give me a warning. Look, coffee, cakes, biscuits, all that sort of stuff you can get on board. Here we are. Woo. I feel sick as a dog going at the front. Always go at the back of the boat. Ideally, back top is the place to be. That is the place you are going to be there. 92.9. Oh wow, Neil. 92.9. So we're nearly on 93k. If you can get me over there, guys, honestly, I'll love you forever. If you haven't already followed the subscribe to the YouTube channel, it costs you absolutely nothing. I don't know why YouTube used the word subscribe, because it sounds like you're asking for money, doesn't it? But it's not. Subscribe just means you press a button. It costs you nothing. They should just say follow, and then people would understand. And also with YouTube, I think you need a bloody Google account as well, don't you? Which is really annoying. How long is the journey? Well, we got on at 9:30. It's now 9:54. So it's been just under half an hour, and we're sort of here now. So I'd say 35 minutes on this boat is probably an estimate. But then the bigger ones that take the cars is a lot quicker, probably about 20 minutes. Depending on the weather and stuff, can be 15, depends how fast they drive. But there's Corralejo there, that's where we're heading. We're going to do a full walk around there. Ooh. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. In there is the captain. And over this side. Good. Over this side is the old Los Lobos. Look, there is a good view of Los Lobos. And you see there, that is the sand dunes. Look at all them hearts. Look, everybody hearting. That's what we like. Heart and share, heart and share, heart and share. There is the sand dunes. So like I said, you've got a number of options. You can just do the ferry if you want to and just explore yourself, or you can do a trip that takes you into the sand dunes and you see the sand dunes over there. That's what Fuerteventura is famous for. The Wonder Woman film was filmed over there. You can see clips of Wonder Woman in the sand dunes. And then there's two hotels there, the Rio Olivina and another Rio. And I've done a video on that one. The Rio, they're illegal hotels basically, and there's been controversy on whether they should be there or not, but it's been going on for years. And the Rio Olivina is probably one of the worst hotels I've ever stopped in. You know me, I always keep things positive and do nice reviews for people. And I always say I never do nasty reviews. Mind you, hotels is, you know, my one review from me isn't gonna jeopardize somebody's business with the Rio, is it? But that was an awful place. Food poisoning, the whole lot. It was cheap, but it's not their fault really, because they want to really do it up, but they can't because there's still all this politics of whether or not it can stay there or not. So I do understand, but realistically they should close, because the Rio brand is a good brand and that ruined it for me. But I've done a full video on YouTube on that, you can see that. Poor Alfie got sick, then we all had food poisoning. It was a shocking, we only went for 2 days, it was shocking. And that's where Alfie got sick. Again, this is another reason why I need in 2026 to just crack on and get the channel up and running and do things myself, because we organised a weekend over there. Alfie got the bloody flu the minute it arrived, and then Mrs TravelOn went home the next day. Me and Jack stayed, And this is why we don't like Fred Olsen, because we had a ticket for Fred Olsen, and Mrs TravelOn went to Fred Olsen and said, oh look, my son's sick, can we come home? We want to come home. And they went, no, you have to pay again. And she's like, what do you mean I have to pay again? You know what I mean? There's plenty of room. It's not a plane. It's not a plane. The seat is not full. And there was just no flexibility whatsoever, like really horrible. So we just jumped straight on this. I just rang Lineas Romero. I said, listen, we're stranded. Can we jump on? They said, of course you can. No problem at all. But that was Fred Olsen for you. And that is why one person can ruin a company's reputation, can't they? Or one person working that just had no care has now put me off Fred Olsen. I'd never work with them. I'll still go on them, but yeah, it's just no flexibility with them. There was no need. I mean, the ferry was empty. And we didn't have a car. We weren't taking a car. I'd understand if we had a car, because obviously they have to have enough room for cars, but it was literally 2 bums on a seat, and there was hundreds of seats. Ridiculous. Anyway, there you go. A little bit of Lanzarote over there from the distance. Look, you get even better view now. Absolutely stunning look. There you go. Look, and there you can sort of now see, just in the distance over there, the Puerto del Carmen and Puerto Corralejo all the way there. And you can get a better view of Los Lobos as well. Look, I've got to show you this. There's the old Spanish flag glistening in the sun. The radars and stuff up there, look, looking out for the aliens on this flat earth that we live on. There's Lobos, look. So I wonder how many kilometres it is on Lobos, Alfie. Not miles, kilometres. How long would it take to walk from one end of Lobos to the other? I'm still confused on whether Matagorda and the Old Town is longer than Playa Blanca. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Keeps freezing, bad signal. It might just be this bit, Mel. Are you doing a walk in PDC on Christmas Day? Yes, I am. Yep. I'll be out Christmas morning in Puerto del Carmen. Can you all hear me all right, or is it buffered? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if everybody's all right. Mel, give me a thumbs up if it's buffering or we're okay. Good morning, Judy. You just got the 3 glitter badge, whatever that means. Fantastic, brilliant, fantastic. Yes, so Christmas. Christmas Eve, me and Mrs TravelOn will do our Christmas Eve walk in Playa Blanca, as we always do. Oh, do we usually do a Christmas morning walk? I'll have to ask Mrs TravelOn, I can't remember. We definitely ain't doing a Christmas morning walk, because as I said, I've cancelled Christmas. We are going to Rancho, Texas. Jack's working Christmas Day. ChatGPT saying 2 to 3 hours. Really, Alfie? Probably right. Probably right if you wanted to walk all the way from there to there and up the mountain, I suppose. Yeah, so Jack's working Christmas Day and the kids are older now and I'm not cooking Christmas dinner. And yeah, I said, we'll just go Rancho, Texas for the day. Jack's working. We're not going to disturb him, you know what I mean? But we can have a nice little day around Rancho, have a little look at the animals. I'll see if I can do something fun over there. I don't know what yet. Maybe I'll do trainer for the day. I'll have to speak to them. Maybe we'll do that. And then we're just spending the day around Rancho, pick Jack up, well, not pick Jack up, come back with Jack after work, and then we'll do presents then, I think. So there's no point. So I don't think me and Mrs TravelOn are going to be able to do a Christmas Day walk in Playa Blanca because I'll be heading up to drop Jack at work, and then I'll do a Christmas morning live from Puerto del Carmen. This is all dependent on whether I get my bloody car back from the garage. And then I shall meet Mrs TravelOn and my mum and Alfie in Rancho, Texas. We'll spend the day there. We'll have some ribs and chicken for our Christmas dinner. And then head home and open presents around 6 o'clock and then go to bed. And then Boxing Day, I'll be up nice and early, ripping the Christmas tree down, taking all the stickers off the windows and cleaning the fucking house. Because it's tidy, but it's not tidy, if that makes sense. Because there's shit everywhere, like Christmas trees and stuff. So that is what I'm doing. Boxing Day morning, I'll be up at 6 ripping the Christmas tree down and saying Thank God it's over. Thank God it's over. That is what I'm doing. That is my Christmas. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Sounds exciting. Thank you very much, Alfie. Yeah, if you want information on ferries, trips, tours, boat trips, land trips, Tim and Fire trips, all sorts, www.travelon.world. Top tip for you, just before we come into Corralejo, prices are going up again from the 1st of January, okay? Tim and Fire National Park has decided to put its prices up again, which is disgusting, but we'll talk about that another time. Maybe on the way. There you go, look. He's putting the bumpers down there, look. See the bumpers? No, you can't see, and I don't want to tilt that. But if you book all your trips, tours and excursions now, even for 2026, you'll get them at this winter's prices, because they can't change systems. Their systems don't work enough to change their systems, if that makes sense. So if you book today, you will get today's prices. If you leave it and book for the summer, even if you're coming out in August, you will get summer prices. So book now. You only have to pay a deposit on the website as well. So it's www.travelon.world. Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura, Lanzarote. You can pay a deposit and then you pay the rest on the day. Boom. Just saved yourself even more money. And use the code TTK. You'll have the cheapest 2026 prices that you've ever seen, won't you? And here's Corralejo, look. We're here. Some hotels and stuff over that way, and little sort of apartments that you could grab a night in. Had a tree for my grandkids, fantastic. Thank you very much, Mel. It is easy to book. That's why it works. We keep it simple. That is the word for 2026 as well. Keep it simple. I've had enough. Do you know what? I have spent the last 2 months clearing everything out, whether it be kitchen cupboards, staff, things that annoy me, people that annoy me. I've cleared them all out already, so I can move into 2026 in peace. That has been my mission. I'm not waiting till New Year to do it. I'm done it now. I've started my diet. I've lost weight. However, with a kilo of meat that I ate on Thursday, and then 4 pieces of cake, cream cake as well, I might have put it on, but well, my stomach was so bad, maybe I haven't. I'll tell you what, I was dying on Friday. I was dying. It really did affect me. I did smash 4 pieces of cream cake down my neck though, and a kilo of steak. I'll tell you about that again when we get to Corralejo, when we're walking through some boring stuff about my steak disaster. 135 euros on steak, unbelievable. Oh, well, you know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've just hit 4 stone. What, you've lost 4 stone? That's fantastic, well done. Are you on the jabs? I'm not judging. I did the jabs for 8 weeks. They didn't work for me. Just sent me into a depressed mode. Literally sent me into depression, but I don't judge anybody that's on the old jabs. If they work, they work. Anything that makes you lose weight is fantastic. That's brilliant, Justine. That is brilliant. But if you are on the jabs, don't be afraid to say so, because a lot of people that are, and I'm not saying you're lying, Justine, by the way, but a lot of people that are too embarrassed to say it. And then a lot of people that lose weight on the internet, if they lose loads of weight, people go, you're on the jabs. And? So what? So what? I think I gained 4 stone. Yes, Mel, if you went to the Barcelona Playa Blanca for an all-inclusive holiday, you would have gained 4 stone. I would have. I can't afford the jabs. You have to pay for them, Justin. I thought the NHS give them over in the UK. Here, they're mega expensive. About 128 a month it cost me, but there's enough of them. But they only do Ozempic here. They don't do the Mounjaro ones. I'm on the jabs, £100 down. That's fantastic, Glenn. They obviously work. The only thing with them is I did the Ozempic for 8 weeks, and what the jabs do is they turn off your dopamine receptors. So basically, if you eat a lot and snack, 9 times out of 10, when you're not hungry and you're just snacking, it's like your body or your mind is craving dopamine. It's like, oh, give me that hit of dopamine. Oh, let me eat that bag of crisps. It'll give me a hit of dopamine. So what the jabs does is it turns off your dopamine receptors. For me, it turned everything off. So I used to go to the gym and like that would be my dopamine hit. I couldn't be arsed with that. I'd make videos and go live to you lot. That was a good dopamine hit for me because I was enjoying it and stuff like that. I couldn't be asked with that. I couldn't be asked to eat. I couldn't be asked to snack. I couldn't be asked to do anything. All I wanted to do was lie in bed for 8 weeks and go, I'm fucking so depressed. I couldn't be asked to work. I couldn't be asked to do anything. So that's what it did to me. So it depends what type of person you are. You know, it really does depend what type of person you are, but it does sometimes make you just not be asked to do anything. And that was my problem. So it didn't work for me at all. Like literally. Right, are we up or down? Let's have a little look. So he's putting the rope up there. We're going to bounce off that. And we're either going to get the short ramp or the big ramp. And these lot are all heading to Lanzarote. Look over there. So they'll be going the other way. And this is Corralejo, look. I'll show you. Oh, we've got a bit of gold on. Who sings that? Spandau Ballet? Is it gold? Gold. Do you speak Spanish? Yes, I speak enough Spanish to do the things that I need to do. But I don't understand enough Spanish. So my problem is that I can say what I want, especially if I'm complaining, like to the bank or to the telephone company, or I'm screaming at someone. I can speak fluent Spanish, like literally it just comes out because I'm not thinking about it. I'm just so angry, and I'm like, but then when they reply to me, I'll go, what? Because I don't listen. Because if I'm speaking to you as an English person and you reply to me, 9 times out of 10, I don't listen. Why? Because I have to listen to Mrs TravelON bang on 24 hours a day, and my brain just switches off. I'm only joking, Mrs TravelON. But yeah, I don't listen in general. I'm a man. Us men don't listen at all. Do you rant in Spanish? Yes, I can rant very well in Spanish. Mrs TravelON, on the other hand, she understands a hell of a lot more than me, but she doesn't speak as good as me. And Jack and Alfie always laugh at her because she says things wrong, and she hasn't got the confidence. Whereas me, I don't give a shiny shite whether I say something right or wrong. I really don't. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Right, we're getting off downstairs, let's go. Oh, he's tying that bloody boat up so we're not freaking off. Right, so we're in Corralejo. We are going to go for a walk all the way around Corralejo. And I think I'm on the 12:30 back. I've got another phone in case the batteries go on this one, which it will. And then we can swap over to that. That's Corralejo, Fuerteventura. I took the ferry about 10 years ago to Lanzarote. Well, Don Vito Correño, it hasn't changed, but there is a new ferry. That there is the catamaran that we sell over here. That is the Obicat catamaran. Beautiful little day out that'll take you to Lobos. And again, all the boat trips in Fuerteventura on our website, www.travelon.world. Oh, I tell you what, it's always good taking the ferry because I can always point out all the excursions. It's like a sales pitch, this, isn't it?
Hi.
Amigo, gracias. ¿A qué hora? 12:30.
12:30, de aquí para allá hasta
Sí.
1:30.
12:30,
O a
¿no?
las 12.
12.
Yeah.
No, 12:30, 12.
No,
12, brilliant. Hasta 12. Hasta 12. See, I speak enough. I see. I just started. I can speak there, and then he said 12. Adios. Gracias, amigo.
Gracias.
A las 12, no?
Perfecto.
Perfecto. Gracias. There you go. See, I just said to him what time back, and he was like 12. I'm like, what, 12? Like 12:30 off, and then I'm like, what? That's another problem with 12 and 2. So 2 is dos, and then 12 is doce. So sometimes you say, what time back? And they say doce. And then if they don't pronounce that bit there, you go, oh, 2. See. And then it's like, okay. And then you get here at 2. It's like, no, I said 12. You're like, fuck's sake. Doce and dos. Some of the words are exactly the same for everything. It's bloody ridiculous. There's a guy on TikTok, actually, that does Spanish. And he's like, one word means the same thing. And then he like, oh, I'm going to have to do a video on it. Mrs TravelON pisses herself. It's really funny. It's like one word can mean 3 things. Spanish is quite difficult. And then they also have feminine and masculine words, which is, I've never understood that. That's with all languages and stuff, isn't it? Do we have feminine and masculine words in English? Never known that. I remember in French, it was like, oh, this is a feminine word, this is a masculine word. I'm surprised the woke lot haven't tried to get that banned, have they? Or get that banned. Anyway, on the way back, we're going to have a rant about this Jess Phillips. I'm probably going to offend a load of you, but I won't do it on YouTube. I'll do it on the way back when we're on the ferry, because I'm going to sit down and have some peace on the way back. And you can either stick around with me or not. But we're going this way. We're still, well, get sharing that bloody live. Let's get out the horrible bit of the harbour. Which way shall I go? I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. Let's go. Whew, it's a bit windy. So Fuerteventura, fuerte means, I'm teaching you bloody Spanish here, aren't I? Fuerte means strong, and Fuerteventura means wind, strong winds, I think. Might be completely wrong on that, but it is a windy old place, Fuerteventura. That's why all the windsurfers come here. They have a big kite thing. Again, they had a bloody big kite thing, and I wanted to go over and see that. And, you know, I said to them, like, do you want to go over? And it's like, Jack's like, oh, I've got work. Oh, Alfie's like that. Mrs TravelON. And I'm like, oh, do you know what? Sod you then. We ain't going. That's what I've got to stop in 2026. I'm just going to ask Mrs TravelON and say, do you want to come? And if she says yes, me and her will go over. The boys are old enough to wipe their own arses now, aren't they? And I don't want to... The last thing I want to do is be one of them parents that makes my kids do something for my benefit. You know what I mean? These are the Obicats. So this is one of the biggest... Hola. This is one of the big ones. Look, this is they're a great little company, these. We sell all of their excursions. They've got a big catamaran in Caleta de Fuste, and they've got all the little mini cruises and the taxi boats over to Las Lobos, and they'll pick you up on this bus wherever you're staying. And again, www.travelon.world. And they're red and white. Oh my God. So they're doing a lot of work here, look, by the looks. We may as well walk through. Thought I'd be able to show some nice sights here. Right, while we head through, let's tell you where we're going. We're going to walk the whole of Corralejo. He said we were back at 12. Oh, lo siento, amigo. I thought he was speaking to me there. He's on the phone. We're going to get the 12 o'clock back, so keep an eye on the time, because I don't want to be late. But we've got loads of time, really, haven't we, to walk the whole of Corralejo up and down. I should have had a wee before I got off that bloody boat. There you go. Might have to stop for a wee somewhere, who knows. Where's that one going? Where's that one going? So these will be the tour buses and stuff. So if you're in Fuerteventura and you want to see Tim and Fire National Park, again, you can book that on the website as well. Different type of person here in Fuerteventura as well. It always gives me that sort of hippie vibe. It's very sort of laid back. It goes really weird. So here, I mean, you've got your real Canarian islands, like your real ones that not many people go to, like El Hierro and stuff like that. It's like real Canarian. Here is like a little bit sort of hippie, sort of surfer dude types. Then you got Lanzarote, which sort of changes a little bit. It's a little bit more adventure, you know, a little bit more there. Then you've got Tenerife, which is bloody mental. That's like party capital, which is not all party, but it is the place to be. You know what I mean? There's so much more to do over there. And then you got Gran Canaria, which is sort of a little bit in between. There's the fish, look. Right, so we're going to head this way. There's a little taxi boat there. And then this restaurant here is great for sort of tapas, fresh fish and stuff like that. A lot of people go here. Very, very popular. I like Fuerteventura, but Lanzarote's better. Yeah, I like Lanzarote better. I just think it's a bit different. There is not much to do in Fuerteventura. The most popular excursion that we have in Fuerteventura is to go over to Lanzarote. So that says it all, doesn't it? But it depends what you like. Here's a lot more chill. Not much to do. Surfing, beaches, that sort of thing. It's got the best beaches by far, especially down in the south, all the way down the south. But down in the south is more German. Loads of Germans down south. I think it's because they like to walk around with their tackle out in the dunes, you know what I mean? You know what the Germans are like. Sorry if you're German, I'm not offending you. I'm only joking. Don't take offence. But it's, you know, sandals, socks, and that's about it, isn't it? Sandals, socks, and nothing else. When we went to the sand dunes, we saw quite a few with the tackle out. Papagayo, though, yeah, so we showed you Papagayo in Lanzarote. The further you walk in Papagayo, the less clothes people have on. So there is a nudist over there as well. Oh. Right. Right, that was clicking on that bloody microphone there. Get that over there, yeah. Right. Mel's saying yuck. So you don't want to see me do a video then? Mr TravelON tries a nudist beach. I was thinking of doing one. I was thinking of going to Papagayo on my own and literally giving it a go. Like literally just, I wouldn't film it obviously because I couldn't, well, I could black it out, couldn't I? God, I need a big filter. But I was actually thinking of just doing it, just like a video saying that, you know, because again, another thing that I wanted to do in 2026, which I am going to do, is try things that I thought I'd never ever do, right? The first one is cycling. I keep threatening with that, but I'm waiting for my mate Lee to sort his life out because he's the one that's going to take me out cycling. So we're going to go cycling. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right?
Not bad, not bad.
Where are you off to?
I'm just down to the fish down here.
You going fishing, or are you just going to feed them? You got a rod, or you bought a whole loaf of bread for the bloody fish? I like.
Watch your TikToks, man.
Look at you. You're looking buff as hell, you. That is what I'm going to look like by 20.
You look like it as it is,
I've
man.
lost.
Look at the shoulders
I've lost
on you.
about 4 kilos,
Yeah,
so I'm on it now. I'm eating well. Apart from the other day, I've 3 pieces of birthday cake. But you know, you're looking. Look at you. You're looking there. What's your name?
Aaron,
Where you from?
Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah.
So why are you here in Fuerteventura and not Lanzarote if you're from Dublin?
It's sooner here, it's quiet.
Do you like it here because
More
it's
chill.
more chill?
You used to go to Lanzarote all the time.
Yeah. It's like Dublin over in Porto del Carmen.
Yeah, it's too much. Chill here.
So more
We're here
chill.
for 2 weeks now, the New Year as well. So.
Happy days. Bloody hell. Well, look here. Have a couple of my stickers. Look, get them on your case. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, I love watching you, man. You're great.
Thank you very much. See you
Thank you.
soon. All right. Bloody hell, he had big muscles, didn't he? So yeah, so Lee is going to take me out cycling. I saw him the other day, and he said, "Right, we're doing it this Christmas week." Well, so we're doing that. So I'm going to go cycling in spandex, and then other things that I'm going to do. I might do golf because I've never understood golf, and I don't understand people that play golf. So rather than just slag them off, I'm going to go and do it. And then if I like it, I'm going to say, right, okay, it's actually not that bad. If I don't like it, I'm going to say, I knew I'd hate this. It's a load of bollocks. And running as well. I'm going to do a 5K run, but I'm going to do that on my own. I've said this before. I am not doing it with other people because I cannot stand seeing people jogging and chatting. I feel like punching them in the face and say, listen, just run and shut up. What do you need somebody else to talk to while you're having a jog? God almighty, you can't even do that. Can't even jog without shutting your mouth, can you? Anyway, I'm going to do that. And then I thought, I'll go on a nudist beach. What do you reckon, Mel? You said yuck. I don't give a shit, mate. I don't give a shiny shite. Obviously, I can't film it, can I? I can't film nudist, naked people, but I can go down there and just go bowling, just walk around for 20 minutes and then come back and give you my feedback and say, yep, really good. Look at the state of my arse. It's burnt like a crisp. We could do a before and after, couldn't we? Mr TravelON's white arse compared to 20 minutes bowling around the nudist beach. In Gran Canaria, and this is, like, again, I only know these things. This is lovely, look, this restaurant. In Gran Canaria, apparently, in the dunes, they're not only nudists, but it's also like a dogging, sort of dogging without a car. You can walk around there, and they're actually like, they're at it in the dunes, and you can join in. What on earth is the world coming to? And this is accepted. This is accepted in Gran Canaria. There's no one bats an eyelid. You can go to Gran Canaria and do that. I mean, where in the world has that been acceptable? But it's accepted. Everyone knows about it. And there's all sorts of clubs over there as well where you can do some really dodgy things. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Where is that? Hello, Mrs TravelON. We're just talking about the sand dunes. Mrs TravelON's on now. I better shut up, hadn't I? We're just talking about sand dunes, Mrs TravelON. I'm going to go and do a nudist video. Lovely little town beach here, look. Little Italian cocktail bar, look, with the music bellowing out. You don't need that at this time of the bloody morning. I thought it was meant to be a peaceful place. Like an old man, and I. Dave did that in the dunes 20 years ago. Who's that? Danny Smith, you naughty boy. Or they did that 20 years. Yeah, I think they've always done it. Weird world we live in. Weird world we live in. I just don't understand how it's acceptable. I am the most open-minded, naughtiest man on the internet, really. But some things I'm like, what? How is that allowed? I'm there, yeah, that's another thing. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to know, things that I said I'd never do. I might wear Speedos as well. Right, we're doing a nudist video. Lovely beach down here, look at this. Crystal clear waters, look, people are in the bloody water. Temperatures wise is really nice now, it's really picked up. And this is a gorgeous beach. This hotel here, look, this little boutique hotel, it's like in the shape of a ship, look. See how they built it, look, with the lift, look, it looks like a ship. Great place for breakfast. Everyone's always in there for brekkie. And look at that, gorgeous. Look at that, she's swimming around all them fish there. She shit herself, look. Not literally, but she's just gone, get me out of here. Look at all the fish. Oh, if I had some bread on me, I'd throw it right by her legs. I'd throw it right by her legs and watch all the fish attack. Do a calendar in Speedo. Oh, should we? We'll do that for next year. Mrs TravelOn, buy the Mr TravelOn calendar. There you go. Do you remember calendars? Does anybody buy calendars these days? That's another thing, isn't it? Christmas cards, postcards and calendars. That's a dead thing, isn't it? I don't think anybody buys calendars, it's all on the phones now. Lovely little boats here, look. And here, look, you can go down these steps and jump in the water. Or just go fishing at the end. Plenty to do. Beautiful, love it. Absolutely love this part of Corralejo. Really, really chilled. It is much more of a chill place than Lanzarote, if that's what you like. Yeah, Michael's bought one the other day. Which one did you buy, Michael? I remember I had the Sam Fox one. Oh, back in the good old days where page 3... Does page 3 still exist in the Sun? It can't do, not this day and age, can it? Do they still have page 3? Do you remember that, page 3? Surely not. No, SJ's like, no, I didn't think they would. It was a strange old time we lived in, didn't it? Page 3. I mean, I don't know if I agree with page 3 or I don't agree with page 3. Don't know. I mean, some of the things that I'm forced to watch on normal TV, I'm quite offended by. So really, they should ban everything to do with sex, shouldn't they? In general, no matter what gender, no matter what way you swing, they should just ban everything. Like literally, let's just have, you know, TV, internet and stuff. Let's just ban it completely, all of it, and then no one's going to get offended. Can't please everybody, can you? So let's just, you know, let's just delete all of it. No need for it, any of it. I had a Sam Fox one in my teen. Yep, Sam Fox, and then who was it? The one that was on Celebrity Big Brother? Not Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Back in the day, what was her name? Kelly Brook. I had a calendar of her as well. Right, so this way leads us there. Look, there's a big Corralejo sign there. Great to get a photo. Look, a Duran Duran one. Look, Mel had a Duran Duran. There you go. Back in the day, it was all about calendars, wasn't it? God, there was a proper shop that used to sell them as well. Do you remember Athena? And you used to go there and they had their Magic Eye posters. Do you remember them? They were brilliant, weren't they, the Magic Eye ones? And you used to go to Athena and everyone would be standing there like zombies staring at the Magic Eye pictures. And then you'd be staring for ages and then all of a sudden you'd see what was in it. It was like just a load of dots. Any youngsters watching, this is what we used to do for entertainment before TikTok. We had things to do, like staring at posters in shops. I had a couple of them, and you'd literally stare. You had to stare through them, didn't you? And then all of a sudden, your eyes would adapt, and you'd see the 3D model in front of you. Do you remember them? Bloody hell. Right, Christmas in Corralejo, here we go. What battery have I got on here? Look, let me just have a look. I've got 12%. Oh, remind me. Oh, now I've lost you. Remind me, I've got 12% battery. Let's walk through the arches. Boom. I might have to change phones in a bit. I'm going to get the most out of this 12% before I do, because we need the other phone. So, really chilled here. Can't go anywhere without a cyclist, can you? That'll be me soon. That'll be me soon. Cycling down the the Playa Blanca strip in this spandex after I've had a little go of it. Who knows? I might go cycling with Lee and come back and say, right guys, I'm doing the Ironman. You never know. Chances are slim, but you never know. I could be one of them. Can't beat them, join them. I could never be. Look, I can't. They just drive me mad. They anger me. They anger me from them. They just anger me. Go and cycle somewhere. Get out. Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm just moaning about cyclists.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I keep seeing you all over.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here in Fuerteventura. I'm usually in Lanzarote, aren't I?
Yeah, I keep seeing
You having a good holiday?
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where are you stopping? What hotel?
What's our hotel? La Branda Bahia.
Yeah, you enjoying it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Where are you off to today?
We want to go to Lanzarote.
Oh, you're going over?
Yeah, we just asked about some ferries, how to get there. We didn't know how to get there.
Right, go down there. There's a 12 o'clock with Lineas Romero. There might be down in the harbour. There's all the offices, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the big ones. They might go before 12, but the one that I'm on is 12 o'clock going back, which is the Lineas Romero
Are you
one.
going back now? Then?
Yeah, I'm only here for a day, and
yeah,
there you go.
excellent.
You know where you should be going? To my website, www.travelon.world. But for next time. Oh look, you've got a special one with a Christmas hat on. That's like a Pokemon sticker. That is.
Sure, thank you.
Have a good one. I might see you on the ferry. If not, get the earlier one. There's
Are you live?
yeah, there's 3 of them.
See you.
See you later. And you'll be on YouTube later on as well, all right?
Okay.
See you later, buddy. Bye, bye, bye. There you go, look. See? No matter how many times I bloody tell you, www.travelon.world, people sometimes don't listen, do they? I don't mind. But that's where you get all your information from for your ferries, look. Get on there and you'll know. Get yourself organised and you're rocking and rolling. Even if you want to turn up on the day, just get on the website in the morning from your hotel. It's got a full list of the timetable and everything. And you can book your ticket and just bowl down there. So this is like pedestrianised, but also road as well. All these little side streets, look, lead down to the beach. Can anyone tell me if the Elba Coletta in Caleta de Fuste is any good? Elba Coletta. Yes, it's actually quite a good one, that. Right, cash machines. Always use the ones that are attached to banks, okay? So if it's a bank, use it. And that's where you're going to get the best exchange rate and safety. There'll be a lot of different sort of convenient, and this is the problem, isn't it, with our world today? We all want convenience, so we're all paying the price for it. But there are like little cash machines which are convenient, and they will charge you an absolute fortune. Same as supermarkets, isn't it? I always piss and moan that the supermarkets are putting their prices up, but yet they're building more supermarkets closer to your house for convenience. Why don't they just have one that is maybe a little bit inconvenient, but you're happy to travel 20 minutes or get on the bus to save yourself the massive increase since COVID, where they've put everything up literally doubled. It's ridiculous, but this is the world we live in, and unfortunately, while we're all spending money and paying it because we really have no choice, it ain't going to come down. So the only way to solve it is to try in 2026 to say, do you know what? I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the prices going up. I ain't buying it. And the more of us that do that, then the prices will change. But at the moment, people are just buying it because they just feel like they have to, or they're brainwashed, or it's like a drug, isn't it? They've drugged us, basically. They've made us want this, and this, and we can't live without it. So therefore, we have to deal with it. Right, let me change the phone before this one goes. So I'm going to put you down somewhere. I'm going to put you down over here. Right, so you don't want to see my ugly face, do you? You want to see the other side. But here we can't do the picture-in-picture, which for some reason, I don't know why Android doesn't do it, but Android actually does picture-in-picture on the actual phone. Anyway, let's not go into the details of that. Let me flip the camera. Boom. Right, we are rocking. Mrs TravelON is in Fuerteventura. She is everywhere. Here she is, look, with her little Christmas hat on, keeping an eye on absolutely everybody in Fuerteventura. Mrs TravelON, you look like you've lost weight. She looks a bit thinner over in Fuerteventura. Well, she has been losing weight, actually. She's doing ever so well down the gym. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And there she is, that's her shop. Alley Hop. She goes mad. What do you think of this? What do you think of this? So this was my idea in Lanzarote to solve the problem of love locks, is to actually have a place for love locks. Now I'm going to say that it's not nice, is it? It's not ugly. well, it's not beautiful, and people are putting bloody shite in there. Oh, that's plastic. That's to recycle plastic. But what do you think of that instead of the chains in Playa Blanca? It can't be lagging. It can't be lagging. I've got full internet. I think you're behind. Who's that? Let me see. Look, somebody's just said hello. Hello, how are you? Well, I'm on the old TikTok, look, and you're on YouTube now.
Oh, no.
What do you think of these love locks? I quite like it.
Yeah.
See, I'm always moaning in Lanzarote. Have you ever been to Lanzarote before?
No.
Well, in Lanzarote, they're putting them all over the chains, and it's looking a right mess. And I said they should build something like that. How's things in Fuerteventura? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. Have you never been to Lanzarote?
No.
No, always Fuerteventura. Yeah. Where are you stopping?
Just up by the dunes.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy days. Here for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Bit of Christmas sun. Here, have a couple of my
I
stickers. Look.
watch you every morning.
Yes, get on there.
I like your rant.
Yeah, well, I've been ranting all morning, I have. I'm going to rant in a minute because these lot keep saying this is lagging a little bit. I might have to start it again.
I'll follow you on there, Rants.
Perfect. Will you be on YouTube later, all right?
I'll have a look.
See you later. Right, come on, it can't be freezing. Give me a break here. Hello, mate. How are you? Look, I'm back. I'm back again. Look.
Nice to see you. Hello.
This man does all of the bags.
How are
Look,
you? Good morning,
I'm all right.
all, everybody.
Come and have a look at these bags.
Yeah,
Look,
go.
look at these bags. Genuine. Hello, my man. How are you? I'm all right. Genuine.
This shop we have Moroccan leather.
I know. I can smell
good
it.
leather.
I can smell it.
We
It's
have a good
beautiful.
copy, very good copy.
Yeah.
And the price is amazing. The price.
You
is
are the
amazing.
man.
You will
I'll tell you what.
Very good one.
We don't have these. We haven't got one of these in Lanzarote. I don't think.
No, only here.
Only here.
Only here.
Oh.
Only here, only
Do the
here.
police not bother you? No.
import to the car,
No.
no receiving.
No. Shh.
Exclusive for
Always
for
here.
Fuerteventura.
They have to get over there. Well, these are the boys. Look. These are the boys. Look, they've got these ones, the naughty ones. But honestly, the smell of the leather in here is proper leather. It's
have it.
beautiful.
Look.
Oh, look, he's going to show me. He's going to show me. Come on. Oh, look at that. That's a nice Prada one. Look, Mr TravelON. Look.
Look, big bags.
Oh, look at
Leather
them. A
bags.
posh.
Look at leather bags.
I
Leather
like
bags.
it.
Very leather bags.
I like it. Look. Well, look. I'm going to give you one of these. Look.
Thank you
These
very
are
much.
my stickers.
See.
You put that on. You put that
And
on there.
Look,
Official
British
Mr.
people, always support with the people of Western Sahara, please. Please. Thank you very much. Nice day.
Listen, we're not a political company here. Get selling your bloody bags.
I want the British people now. This is
Get on it.
problem in North Africa.
Get on it.
Nice day.
See you later, boss.
Here, nice day.
Stick my sticker up here and then people will come in.
Nice day. Take care.
See you later. I don't know how they get away with that. They wouldn't get away with that in Lanzarote. They like, you can get the genuine fakes in the market in Lanzarote for sure. But I've never seen shops. Well, there are shops that sell them, but not as blatant as that. But it must be different rules here. Like I said, they're a little bit more chilled. Are we lagging or are we okay? Are we back to normal? Are we back to normal? Fly out next Sunday. Can't wait for some winter sun. Fantastic, Alfie. I don't know what happened down there. Down here, like I said, all these little side roads, look, you can go on little side quests in Corralejo. So you can walk along the front, but then all the little side quests look, lead you right down to the front. So there's little restaurants down there, look. That looks beautiful. It's a little sort of restaurant at the bottom. And then here, well, I call this the British bar. Now, this really does remind me of 80s holidays. But that's what Fuerteventura is a lot like. Even in Corralejo, you've got like 70s, and the popular bars are like the 70s and 80s bars. But down here, like Talk of the Town, you've got your sports bar, and like they have old reruns of like Only Fools and Horses on the telly and stuff like that. Proper old school holidays. How it used to be. I know things have changed, but sometimes you just want to go back to the old days, don't you? Let me just give you a wipe here. Just wiping you. There you go, that's better, look. We're nice and clean now. Morning from Ireland, staying. Oh, fantastic. Good morning, Sean. How are you? Yeah, I would do you know what? I remember little holidays like that. There's Hotel Ocean Dunas. This is adults only. I'll just show you the pool and get the smell. I always like to go in and sniff a hotel. Like a pervert. But look, beautiful. There's the pool, look out there. Beautiful little boutique hotel. Adults only. Oh, and the smell is just amazing. I love a hotel smell. They have this special like air freshener. Nicola sent me the link to it, and you can actually buy hotel smells, you know. I did contact them and say, come on, you need to send me some samples. I need to show people, but I suppose, how do I show you? How do I show you a smell? It's not like scratch and sniff, is it? You know what I mean? Go to Playa Blanca Club. I'm in Lanzarote, Caylen. I'm in Fuerteventura, not in Lanzarote. Oh, hopefully Mrs TravelON will finish in Puerto del Carmen just in time to pick me up from the harbour. These are the convenient ATMs, look, that will charge you a fortune. As I said earlier, convenience costs money, doesn't it? Cycle lane all the way down here. Earlier on when we were buffering, I nearly got run over by a skateboarder and a rollerblader. Well, you can just run in it. There you go, a couple of joggers, look. It's much nicer jogging down in Playa Blanca, I think, along the front. I do like Corralejo, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly no Lanzarote. Can you buy Land of Freedom Restaurant? Can you show Land of Freedom Restaurant? I don't know where it is. Well, where are we today? Had to go Christmas food shopping. Mike, I'm glad you went Christmas food shopping, because it's one thing I'm not doing this year, but we're in Corralejo. Here you go, another convenient cash machine. Use the banks, look. There's a convenient one. Look, this is a prime example. Convenient, cost you a fortune. Not, well, just as convenient, La Caixa Bank. That is a bank, a real bank. Go there. Go there. Down that way leads you to a lovely little shopping centre, which I could actually walk down. No, I'm not gonna. And then also, can't pick you up. Me and your mother are going to spend, oh God, she's taking my mother to Open Mall. Dear God. Make sure her teeth don't fall out when she sees the prices. Yes, and my mother's here. She's behaving herself, actually. Usually she's bloody washing everything in sight. The minute you put an item down, it's going in the washing machine, and then she hangs it up. But Mrs TravelON has moved all the hanging out into the garden instead of up on the roof. So she's making a mess outside, and I don't need to see it. So it's working well, because usually there's bloody clothes everywhere and dishes everywhere. She'll wash up and then put everything in the wrong place. So I put a box on the counter. I said, if you don't know where it goes, put it in this box. Then I'm not stressed. Jaipur, look. So this is one of the oldest established Indian restaurants. Been here for bloody years. Nice Indian. In fact, that was the first Indian that Jack had. I think Alfie was still a baby, but we came over once, and that was the first Indian that Jack ever had. Morning, Jane. How are you? Oh, Jane Bolton from Airlines On. Bit of a celebrity these days, doing her own bloody UK tour, an evening with Jane. Tell you what, it sounds a bit kinky, that, Jane. We were just talking about nudist beaches and things that happen in Gran Canaria. You can have an evening with Jane Bolton. I hope that tour went well. We were really wanted to go back, me and Mrs TravelON, but obviously these things need to be planned. But Jane's coming over. I don't know if she's coming over for Christmas. I don't think she is, but she's a big Christmas fan. And if you don't know who Jane is from Airline many years ago on ITV. Go over and follow her. Pin her, Neil. But I know she loves Christmas. Loves Christmas. And hopefully, Jane, you're going to get me a bloody plastic plane with EasyJet, because they're sold out. They don't make them anymore, apparently. So you better find me one. You better find me one. There you go. So we did a couple of lives with Jane. There she is, look. And it takes us right back to that were the good old days. We were discussing the good old days earlier, Jane, of old sort of holidays where you had reruns of Only Fools and Horses on the TV and stuff. A lot of us of my age, anyway, we sort of not grew up, but we grew up with Airline, didn't we? Seeing Jane and all that lot, and the EasyJet crew, and Stelios. It was such a great programme, and it got me into travel, really. Programmes like that, and Ibiza Uncovered, and the 18 to 30s Rex and stuff like that. I used to watch that, and I used to get this feeling of, I need to do that. What am I doing? I need to do. It used to give me goosebumps, and then that's what I did in the end. Here's the ice cream, look. Loads of ice cream places here, look. Beautiful. And Burger King, yes. Here is the Burger King in a petrol station, believe it or not. The only other fast food restaurant here in Fuerteventura is McDonald's, which is all the way in Caleta de Fuste. So there's no McDonald's here, but I have got news about something, and I shall tell you in a minute. But this is maybe I shouldn't, but I might do. I have your plane. Absolutely fantastic, Jane. I love you. When are you here? Is Burger King open? No, it's not open for brekkie, but there's Burger King. It's actually not a bad Burger King. It's just in the middle of Jane Bolton's a legend. She is indeed. We did a couple of lives. If you go over on YouTube and put in my YouTube channel, Mr TravelON, and put Jane Bolton, we've done 2 lives together, like questions and answers and stuff like that. And next time she's over, we're going to do something. We're going to do something different, Jane. I don't know what yet, but we're going to do something. I've got some plans. It might be from the airport. We might have to do a bit of acting. Oh, right. July the 10th, there you go. 3.5 weeks. Well, we have got plenty of time to plan that, haven't we? We have got plenty of time. So make sure to go over and follow Jane. She keeps you posted on all sorts of stuff, not just travel. In fact, I don't think Jane even talks about travel on her channel, I'm not sure. But she talks about all sorts of stuff, including how much she loves Christmas. Dear God. You can stick Christmas up your arse, Jane. That was what you can do. I've had enough of it already. Right, come on. Let's crack on, look. So I don't know what this is, but it's a load of tat that's been thrown in the middle of a thing that you can go and have a little look around. You got some great shops up here, Bershka and stuff like that. And we are literally going to walk all the way up this side and then come all the way back down. That's a big shopping centre over there, look. So Bershka's like a brand. I don't know if they have them in the UK. And this is quite a good brand. It's called Inside. It's actually really, really cheap in here, look. Like you can get like shirts for like $6.99 and that. Really, really cheap. It's like, I don't know, it's not like designer label stuff. It's just, but it is quite a nice design. Look, I quite like the designs. Look, it's quite cool, isn't it? I mean, it's not the best quality, but it's 24 quid. What do you want for 24 quid? Look at that. That is lovely. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right? I'm all right. It's not bad in here, is it? See, he's having a little browse. Yeah, this is quite cheap. There you go. You see me in them? Me and Mrs TravelON will be out and about too. She'll be pleased with that, Jane. I might buy Mrs TravelON that, Jane. I might buy you both one, look. One of them furry coats. You can wear them together. You can wear them together. Right, let's crack on. Oh, right, I am crossing now, taxi. Do you know what? The market's on today, I'm sure. I'm sure the market's on today. I don't think I'm going to have time to go to the market. We've literally got to get back on that 12 o'clock. We've literally got to get back on the 12 o'clock. Let me show you tat shop row. Here, look. Literally tat shops all the way up to Corralejo. All the way up there leads you to the Baku water park, which is the Aqua, not the Baku. Baku's in Lanzarote. The Aqua water park, and that's up the top there. That's closed at the moment. Reopens in the summer. Same as the one in Costa de Gizeh in Lanzarote. That's closed for winter, reopens in the summer. Yeah, I thought the market was on. Next time I do Corralejo, Alfie, I'll have to come and do the market. Maybe I'll get the earlier ferry over and then do the market and then walk back from the market sort of thing. That's a good idea, isn't it? But look, this is all your tat stuff. Tat, 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 tat. Literally tat. Literally tat. Bloody hell. There's loads of it, isn't there? Look how much tat this is. I've been in a Scooby-Doo film, isn't it? There's loads of shite in it. And they all sell the same shite.
No, it's like Blackpool.
It is like Black. See, he knows. Where are you from? Not Blackpool.
County Durham.
County Durham. Oh, I think my dad's side of the family are all from Durham.
Are they?
If I remember rightly. I don't know. I've lived here 20 years, so I don't know. Are you enjoying Fuerteventura?
Yeah,
I
it's
am,
nice.
I am.
You ever been over to Lanzarote?
No.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I live over in Lanzarote, but I've just come for the day. You're live on TikTok, say hello.
Hello.
You're live to 700 people. And you're on YouTube. And you're on YouTube as well. I'm recording you on YouTube. What's your name?
Butch.
And?
Ashley.
Butch, I like that. Is that your real name?
No, Robert.
Ah, don't tell anybody his real name. He's on the run.
Aye, it's all shite here.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Aye.
But you having a good time?
Yeah, aye.
Here for Christmas?
Yeah.
Great, great.
Back New Year.
Oh, great. Christmas in the sun. There you go. Well, listen, Butch, you are going to... Oh, my God, you've got a special sticker, look. You have got my stickers, look. You put them on your case, right? And I say you can have my face on your case, all right?
Nice one, mate.
And Butch, you're going to be on YouTube later on today. In fact, give me one of them. I'm going to put you on the front cover of the YouTube video. Go onto my YouTube channel later. It's on there. And around, well, this afternoon, it'll be on there.
Nice
all right?
one.
You'll have to fast forward it because I've been like live since, well, about 2 hours. Yeah. So go, fast forward it 2 hours, you're on. I'll see you later.
It's Christmas, mate.
And you, buddy. See you later. There you go. Butchie's living the dream, isn't he? Butchie's living the dream. I like a character. I do like a character. Right, have we got time just to show you up here? I think so. Kieran, I'm in Fuerteventura today. I'm in Fuerteventura. Another Indian here. Masala twist Indian. I don't know what the twist is. What's the twist? Looks nice though in there, look. Lovely decor. Beautiful. Lots of Indian restaurants, look. Dodgy electrical shops. And a bit more tat. And you can even get labubus, look. So we're taking you up the tat side now. This is tat side. And then when we cross over, we'll be on posh side. So there's more posh on the other side, look. All suitcases. Did you see my review that I did on YouTube of the airback case? They were very pleased with it. They sent me a free case. Well, I'll tell you the story as we walk up here. Let me just flick you around. 1 second. So I've said this a few times while we walk up here. I've said this a few times with people on the internet that do what I do. Not that I am the best at it, but I never ask you for anything. I don't ask you to pay. I don't ask you to send. I don't ask you to follow my journey. I don't ask you to support my channel. I don't ask you to financially support me in anything. And nobody on the internet should be doing that, in my opinion. If you've got a channel and you're good at what you do, then there's plenty of ways for you to make money. And one of the ways is to contact companies and say, look, this is what I do. This is how many followers I've got. Do you want to pay me to do something, or do you want to send me something for free? I have to contact people because a lot of these people on the internet, they have agencies that do it, but I'm not really, well, I think it's because I'm in Spain, so they're not really interested in me. They're not really interested in me because I'm not pretty, you know what I mean? They want these supermodel types and this, that and the other. Anyway, long and short, Mrs TravelON was heading back to England. She said, I'm going to get us a couple of new suitcases. I said, well, listen, let me just fire an email out to some suitcase companies and see if they want to do a collaboration. That's how you do it. And I did, and the Airback came back, which are like top tier suitcase. Like, we're talking a lot of money. And they liked my content and they said, yeah, we'll send you one. And they did, and I did a really good review for them. It was a great case, don't get me wrong, very expensive, but if you've got the money, for me, it's like owning a Ferrari. I was very excited. So I've done a full review on that on my YouTube channel, but that's another thing that I do, is I do things properly. Like literally, the video took me 3 days, hours and hours of work. I certainly, well, considering I'd have probably spent 50 quid on a suitcase, I've saved myself 50 quid, ain't I? Because I would never have bought one of those anyway, but I've got myself a fantastic suitcase. So there you go. This is the water park, look. I'm glad I could come up here because it's closed, look. This is what an empty water park looks like. Quite surreal, isn't it? Quite surreal. And that'll be open again in the summer. It's actually not a bad water park, you know. It's really, really nice. You've got a big statue there, that's the entrance there. And you should be able to book it soon on our website, www.travelon.world. This is posh side, look. This is the lovely casino. Never been in there. But it's got an arcade and everything in there by the looks of it. She'll have to go in one day. I ain't got the money to waste. I'd end up losing it. What about medical centre? What about it? Thank you, Neil. 11 o'clock. We've got an hour to get back. Don't you worry. I think we'll be all right, mate. I think we'll be all right. I was at Aqua Park, recommended big darn water slides. Good for the kids. Do you know what? Before I did this channel, we went there And I got a cracking video of Mrs TravelON coming down a water slide that would have gone super, super viral. Like literally, she come down. I've never seen anything like it. She nearly did a double backflip. And I was looking for it the other day because it was like years ago, but we can't find it. I might have another little look. Surely it's on Google Photos somewhere. Someone's got it saved. Right, so this is like I said, we've got the big shopping centre coming up here. So we walked all the way up this side here, which is a little bit of a mix of different types of shops. But down here, look, little casino. There's a hotel through here, which I've stopped at, called the Lobos, I think. Lobos Bahia. I think it's through here. Let me just double check. And it was actually quite a nice hotel, you know. It was cheap as chips. This was before COVID, before all the hotels went up in price. I'm sure it was there. I think it is. Land and Freedom down the steps. Maybe I've passed it. Bahia de Lobos Hotel, that's the one. It was really nice. But this is the problem with the Canary Islands at the moment. So the Canary Islands have basically become the winter destination. Probably, maybe, or they think, which I don't know. Look, there's the Bahia. Look, they've got the scooters here that you can rent as well, but nobody's really renting them. So that's the Lobos Bahia. So yeah, so as I was saying, the Canary Islands, a lot has changed since COVID. The way you lot holiday has changed since COVID, because obviously we were locked up for 2 years, or however long we were. No holidays, no nothing. When that all ended, a lot of people already had their holidays booked and paid for and carried it over. So what happened was there was a massive boom, like a huge boom in travel. And people came here, they spent so much money because basically, you imagine straight after it was like, well, this holiday essentially has been free because we've already paid for it. So it's not like we're forking out, and they spent a fortune. So that sort of started the gold rush. And of course, got the greed. So then it was like, oh, let's put the prices up. Let's put the prices up. Let's put the prices up. I kept saying, this has got to pop. This has got to go back to how it used to be, where it was busy but not hugely busy. But then it didn't pop. And then winter became just as busy as the summer. Like for 3 years, probably, well, 2 years, winter was as busy as the summer, like seriously. So again, a gold rush, everyone there. And the powers to be, oh God, there's that security guard, he's gonna kick me out of here. I've gotta go this way. The powers to be, Danny knows, look. The powers to be are like, let's put the prices up, let's put the prices up, let's put the prices up. And unfortunately, and I hate to say it, but accommodation, flights are not a problem. You can get over here for 15 quid on Ryanair. But what used to be 50 quid a night, which was a nice little cheap bed and breakfast, is now 120. Now, when COVID finished and I started this channel, I was going to the Hard Rock Hotel for 120 a night. I did the H10 for 120 a night. Now you can't get a 3-star, not a shite hole, but you can't get a 3-star for less than 100 a night. You'd be lucky. The last couple of weeks has been quite a little bit cheaper, but anything else is really expensive. So I just think they're going to price themselves out. And I hate to say it, but I really do think they're going to price themselves out of the market. I don't know. Hopefully not, because obviously I'm here. But with the channel, I can move anywhere, can't I? But we shall see. Timofire National Park is going up again. The camel rides doubled in price since COVID. And the thing is, from January, they're putting up another €8. So they already doubled it. Now they're putting up another €8. And their argument is, we need less tourists in these public destinations like Timofire National Park. So if we put the price up, we get less tourists and we still make the same amount of money. That security guard's giving me a right evil look over there. I'm on the street, dickhead. We still make the same amount of money, but we have less tourists. It doesn't work like that, does it? Because there's a point where even the wealthier tourists are going to say, I ain't paying that. Because let's face it, if I was minted and they were taking the piss, I just wouldn't pay it. It's as simple as that. So I might be wrong, I might be right. Who knows? We shall wait and see. The security guard, Tej, kicked me out last time I was in there. And then I had a big argument with him and said, I'm filming from outside. And he said I wasn't allowed to. And I said, I can do what the fuck I want. Skechers, look. Hello, how are you? Whoa, what we got? Oh, look, we got like Doc Martin Skechers. They're new, no? Yeah, you're live on TikTok. Okay. I'm from Lanzarote. I like the Skechers.
How many people?
You are live to 700, but I have about 180,000. Look, I do. Oh, these are new ones. How much? 50% off?
Yeah.
They always do good deals on trainers over here. They're 57 quid. Jesus Christ, that's really cheap. Them are really nice as well. Bloody hell. Oh, I haven't got time, otherwise I'd have bought them. I'll see you later. I might buy them, 57 quid. What do you reckon? Have I got time to buy myself a pair of trainers? I haven't bought my wallet or anything. I've just realised I haven't got my wallet, I haven't got anything. Oh, and I haven't put my card on my phone either. I must do that as well. Oh, I've got a live restriction for something. What is... Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible or recommendation in search results for the next 10 minutes because you may be promoting a brand or product. Oh, sod off. Welcome back on YouTube as well. Sorry about that, YouTube. Keep having to pause here because we had to start again because, well, I went into a Skechers shop and TikTok said, you're not allowed to do that. You're promoting things. I'm not. I'm just showing a nice pair of trainers for 57 euros. Absolute bargain. We're back. Yes, let's flick you around. Right, there you go. Again, as I said before, the world is backwards. TikTok won't allow me to show you a pair of Skechers, but, well, if I was stood there with just a pair of Skechers on, it'd probably be acceptable, wouldn't it? Unbelievable. Exactly, Christine. The world has gone crazy. No one seems to understand what's right and what's wrong or anything. Right, it's 11:10. We've got to get back to the harbour. A little bit more tatty. That looks like that. Remember that dress that you used to get? And it was like, is it blue or is it white? That looks like the same design as that. Do you remember that as well? That took the internet by storm, didn't it? Hello, mate. You all right?
All right.
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm Thomas from Germany.
Thomas from Germany. How are you, Thomas?
I like your videos.
Really? Fantastic.
Every Sunday.
Do you live here or on holiday?
I am on holiday.
Well, the Germans usually go down to the south, no?
Yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, you like it. Do you go to Lanzarote much?
In January, I go to
Yeah?
Lanzarote. Yeah, from here to
Fantastic.
Lanzarote.
Brilliant. And you watch my videos in Germany?
Yeah, and I learned some English words from you.
Oh, well, you'll have to teach me some.
Stunning.
Well, look. Oh, look, you got special stickers. I got these stickers, and I say you can have my face on your case.
And I do it.
So what is that in German?
Mein Gesicht auf deinen Koffer.
Exactly that.
That is that.
There you go,
Thank
Thomas.
you very
Lovely
much.
to meet you.
Love the-
You'll be on YouTube as well later on. Okay, get on there. See you later, buddy. See you later, bye. Oh, bless him. Bless him. I heard him say, Mr TravelON, really quietly, and then walk past. I was like, oi, did you just say my name? Let's speak, Thomas. Never ever worry about screaming while I'm live. Sometimes I might be making a video and you might see me out and about, and then if you disturb me, I might tut a little bit, but I never would. But if I'm walking around and just holding a camera, then, you know, I'm all yours. If I've sort of set the camera up and you can see me fiddling around with something, I'm probably filming something, so just wait. And then sometimes if you say something, I'll just put my finger up and go, shh, wait there, 1 minute. And then I'm rocking and rolling. Lovely place in here, if I've got time. Yeah, come on, we're all right. Got a nice little jewellery shop there. And then through here, look, you've got loads of places. 7 Pints, Burger Factory, Panda Garden Walk. During the night time, this is all open. Look, lovely little places. I really like this little corner. I don't know what it's called, but 7 Pints has been there for years as well. And a lot of these places as well are owned by like one company. There's a big company that owns like Waikiki's and some of the restaurants. A lot of the bigger restaurants are owned like by one big company, you know what I mean? That own quite a few things, like that one, Poco Loco and all that sort of stuff. Whereas Lanzarote, really, I know this because I used to sell advertising back in the day. So I used to come over here and try and sell advertising. And it was like, do you want to advertise? Oh, you've got to speak to the office. Do you want to advertise? Do you want to speak to the office? And then I realised that the office is actually like one office for all of these restaurants. There's Jet2 Holidays, look. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And the coach drivers are very skillful to get around there, look. Bloody hell. Dear me, I couldn't do that, could you? Look at that. So yeah, a lot of the big ones were all owned by one company, and I found that quite interesting because in Lanzarote you haven't really got that. They're all owned by different people and different companies, which I suppose is better for competition as well, really, because yeah, it's all different owners. I mean, there are some big players in Lanzarote, don't get me wrong. You know, the Canarians that were born and bred there, they own the land, they own the buildings, they own that sort of thing, and there's some big players. But here it seems to be like one massive player, which isn't always good, is it? You just walked past me, did I? Why didn't you say hello, Liberty? Where in Lanzarote are you? I don't think I did walk past you, Liberty, did I? Because I can't see anybody on a phone. So this is another place. Look, Don Pepe's. Look, where's the English bit? There we go. So this does pizzas, specials. Oh, chicken and shrimp fajitas, meat on the grill. Look, homemade burgers, paella. And it's a big old place. And the one thing that I do like about this is they cook it there on the evening. So you see it all being cooked. Oh, that brings me on to something actually that I've got to tell you. There's a couple of things I've got to tell you. One, you lot keep banging on to me about an excursion up to Timofaya National Park where you can eat in the restaurant there, okay? Now, this has only ever been available to TUI. However, 2026, hold your horses, because we are going to be selling the Timofaya meal. So you can go up there to Timofaya in the night time and eat the food that's been cooked over the volcano. It's coming, okay? So can you hear that buzzing that you heard earlier? This is where we were buffering last time. And I'll tell you again. So these, look, and I've said this before, they're in Gran Canaria, they're everywhere. They don't work. They were made, and I don't know whose idea this was. What can we put that's interesting? Let's put an anus, because that's all it is, isn't it? An anus. There's an anus looking at it as well and touching it. Let's give it a bump. He knows, he's sick of it. It's buzzing again. I'm gonna give it a hit. Watch this. I'm touching the bumhole, look. No, it didn't work. But anyway, look, the bumhole is just farting and it's everywhere. These are everywhere. Somebody has made a fortune there and they've said, how can we take the piss out of everyone and literally spend all of their taxpayers' money on something that's not useful? Mrs TravelOn's keeping an eye on them, as usual. And somebody said, oh, my mate, Juan, he makes video screen bum holes. They're about 10 grand a pop. Let's put them all over Canary Islands and then we can use all that tax for that. One will make a bit of money. We'll get a little kickback and we can officially say we are arseholes. That's what happened. And that's what they built. Video arseholes. Absolutely ridiculous. Do you not agree? Just ridiculous. As if there's not other things that they could have done. I mean, they never even put a video on there. That one just buzzes. And everyone that I've seen has just got this video on. I mean, what are they going to do? The screen's tiny. Here, look, nice snack bars down here, look. You all right, boss? Look at you, you're having a nice sun, baby. Bit of Christmas sun, look at you. You're chilling out, you having a good holiday? Yeah. You here for Christmas? Yeah. And New Year or not, or just Christmas? Really? Yeah. Bloody hell, you ever been over Lanzarote? Yeah. Have you? Which do you prefer, Lanzarote or Fuerteventura? Do you? It's proper chilled here, isn't it? It is chilled. So it's a chilled Christmas. Where are you stopping? Nice. Well, happy days. Enjoy your beers in the sun. Have a couple of my stickers, look. Yeah. There's my Christmas present for you. You're going to be on YouTube later on, all right? Yeah. You're recording for YouTube there. Have a good Christmas, all right? And you're live on TikTok to well, what's 600 people? It's just dropped. It must be you. I'll probably get a warning. I'll probably get a warning for nudity, won't I? Because you're sat there. See you later. Right, come on. Let's get back. Can I walk this way? Yes. Right, let's get back. Look, this is the busy area, isn't it? I did think it was a little bit quiet. This is why everyone's down here. Look at this. Rams, hello, mate. You having a nice brekkie? Yes, get in there. You having a nice holiday? What you got, omelette?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Here. And a bit. Oh, that's a healthy breakfast. Look at you. Here, get that. You're going to be on YouTube later on. You having a nice holiday? Yeah, fantastic. I'll let you get back to your food. See you later. Bye. There you go, look. Everyone's down here. This is brilliant down here, look. Let's get down these steps without breaking my neck. Without breaking my neck. We are due to come over next Monday. Fantastic. Beach is busy, look. Beach is busy. So we've got plenty of time to get back, actually. I can take my time, I think. Lovely down here. What a place, eh? I'm in Tenerife, the 29th of December. How warm is it? Well, I don't know exactly, but if you check in every morning, I do the weather every morning on TikTok. So this seems to be the place to be, eh? This seems to be the place to be.
I told you that cheap shitty one.
Fantastic. And where am I? I'm in Fuerteventura. For those of you who just joined me, I have took the ferry from Lanzarote. We've passed Los Lobos, which is that tiny little island there. And we have walked all the way down Corralejo front. And now we're sort of on the beach side, showing you these beautiful views. Look, you've got your windsurfers over there. There you go, what a view. That is gorgeous down here, isn't it? There you go, that's a little hidden gem for you. I'm sure that used to be Waikiki's. No, Waikiki's is a little bit further. Hey, how are you, boss? You all right?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just, wandering around filming. You're live on TikTok, say hello.
TikTok.
Yes.
Corralejo.
Yes.
How many people?
No,
I got you.
600. 600.
Free Palestine. You know about people.
It's very political over here, isn't it? Very political. Yeah, I live in Lanzarote.
Free Palestine.
Yeah, we mind our own business over there. Bloody hell, Jesus Christ. Absolute donuts. Run, run, run. Why do people have to do that? Do you know what I mean? I don't care what your political views are, mate. Shut up. Shut up. I'm neither for or against. What I am against is dickheads. And you, my friend, are one of them. Oof. Do you know what? One day I'm going to get myself in trouble, ain't I? What's the temperature? Waikiki was on the beach. I think I passed it. It's definitely still there. Hello, how are you? Bloody hell, you scared me to death then. I thought, well, I'm not. I'm the man from Fuerteventura today.
Well, you're from
I know, I am indeed. Well, I've just come over for the day. How are you?
Good.
Do you usually stop in Lanzarote or?
No, we always stop here.
You always stop here?
Yeah.
Do you ever go over for the day?
We did once, yeah.
Yeah, but you prefer Fuerteventura. Why?
No, first place we came to, so.
A little bit chilled. Where are you from?
Ireland, Dublin.
Well, there you go. That's probably why you don't go over to Lanzarote, because it's like home from home, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Porto del Carmen, you may as well be back in Dublin, because I think half of Dublin are over there at the moment for Christmas.
true.
You here for Christmas?
No, we're home today.
Oh, you're going home today? Well, it's a nice chill place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, look, here, have a couple of my stickers. Look,
Brilliant.
get them on your case. You'll be on YouTube later on today, and you're live on TikTok.
Brilliant.
See you later. Lovely to meet you. See you
Bye.
soon. Bye. Yeah, we've just jumped up to 828 followers. Must have been that political voice. In fact, I bet it was, I bet it was. I bet he said that political statement and TikTok went, quick, let's get this on. Unbelievable, isn't it? We've not got this many. Is that not really weird? I mean, my tinfoil hat twitches all the time, but is that not really weird? That he just made that statement and all of a sudden we've got the highest views that we've had all day. That don't make sense to me. That, to me, makes me question everything. Welcome, Presley. If you just joined us, my name's Mr TravelON. I'm here in Fuerteventura today. Look, absolutely gorgeous place. Look, got the beach over there. That's Los Lobos. We've come over from Lanzarote, which is over there, and we're walking back to the ferry now. And I've got 40 minutes to get there. And I always worry because it looks like it's quite far away, but it's not. So we're going to take our time. We're not going to rush because I always panic. I'll panic when I need to panic. Lovely little back streets here. Look, all different bars and restaurants up this side. Look. I won't go that way, there's a dog there. How much are the tickets for the boat for 3? If you go onto our website, www.travelon.world, you'll get all the information on the ferries. I think it's €38 return, and you can have it with a bus pickup or without a bus pickup. www.travelon.world, use the code TTK, and you'll save a little bit of money off that as well. You'll get it a little bit cheaper. Beautiful place, this. So I thought it was quiet when we arrived, but everyone's at the front. And no wonder, the views are better. Oh. There we go, look, there's a little, I've been in that shop before, look, it's got a massive shark at the top. This is the nicest bit here, I really like this, but I will show you the back streets in a minute. Kids are having a little walk over the rocks there. Be careful, kids. 21 years ago in Corralejo. What should I do in Lanza for my 14th time? Ruby, Have you been up and eaten in the Timofaya National Park? Because in 2026, that is going on our website. I'm quite excited about it. So that'll be coming up for you because loads of you asked for that. And then another thing that I heard, and I don't know if this is official or not, but where the Aldi is in Playa Blanca, they're going to open a drive-through McDonald's as well. I know you'll all piss, moan and tut about it, and I'm on a diet now anyway and eating healthy, so I won't be dining in there, but quite handy if you're out with the kids and you want to grab a McDonald's, because the only place you've got in Playa Blanca is Burger King, and it's probably the worst Burger King ever made in history. Look at this beautiful restaurant here, look. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to take this back street here. My mum's boyfriend owns a villa in Playa Blanca. There's a lot of villas owned in Playa Blanca, and there's new rules in place for renting them out to tourists now. They're trying to cut that down. So I don't know how that's going to affect property markets and stuff like that, but I will keep you posted. But yeah, you have to get these licenses now, and it's a little bit weird. There's a lot going on. But people seem to be buying houses. I don't know why, because they're the highest they've ever been. Again, I'm questioning when things are going to pop, because house prices are like huge. I should sell my house. I should sell my house and do one, to be honest. It'd be a good time to do it. Or I think I might have missed the rush, I don't know. Look at this. Now this is a view, look. He's making a little sand sculpture down there. Look, he's already started it, look. He's got a little bit of a dragon's face there and he's just building it on. That is so cool, look. I quite like that. So he'll be finished that later on. Oh, and then this guy's playing like little tappy tappies, look. Relaxing. And then we've got some little African products here, look. Fantastic. Good morning, boss, how are you? He's selling all his African wares. Hair braiders. They never smile, these, like, do they? Have they got something to hide by any chance? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hello, mate, how are you? You all right? Right, come on, let's go this way. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? It really is. It really is. But there you go, Mr TravelON, come on. Beautiful down here, look. What a great place, look. Who fancies a little down the beach? I always look at beaches, don't I, and say, I really fancy a down the beach. I can't bloody stand the beach. I can't stand the sand. I can't stand anything. Listen, I ain't got a problem with anybody selling stuff, yeah? But the problem is, if you are that worried about someone walking past with a camera, then clearly you've got something to hide. That's all I'm saying. Because if I was stood there selling stuff and somebody walked past with a camera, as a salesperson, I would be like, oh, welcome, let me show you this, let me show you that. So that's why these hair braiders, when I walk past, cover their faces and scream at me as if to say, do not film me. Why? Why? Why not? Do you know what I mean? Is there something that you're hiding from us? So that makes me sort of say, well, I don't really want to support these people. Because if you're doing something that is that bad, that you can't be on a bloody quick TikTok live, and it's not about being embarrassed or anything like that, because it's like face covered a lot, then there's something wrong. Look at this place, look. So this is Music Square, this is it, I'm in Music Square. So here, they always have a band on here, yeah? And they don't pay tax, Karen, exactly. You've hit the nail on the head. So all these restaurants, look, they all pay for the bands to come here to Music Square, look, and then there's a big band here, and they play all the music, look, and then everybody sits around. I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think this should be in Lanzarote, down in the old town where you've got the Dog and Duck and a few other bars down there. It would be ideal. Look at this place, look, walking through there, look, you've got a beautiful view through there, right onto the front. Very nice, and an upstairs terrace by the looks of it. Gorgeous, eh? So there you go, Music Square, I found it. People always say go Music Square. I'm like, I don't know where it is. I've been here before. But you've got all sorts of stuff here, but that's the place to be on the evening. I'm not in Lanzarote here, I'm in Fuerteventura, believe it or not. Little back streets here, look. It's just nice to have a little walk around, look. Oh, look, them are cool. Little things there, look. Little Napoleon pizza place, look there, look. That looks nice. Looks cheap as well, look. $6.50 for a pizza. I like that. With a little pool, not pool bar, look, a little bar here, look, cocktail bar and stuff. So when we arrived, everything was closed. She's having a good old sing-song in there. Hola. And then this is another little place that has some beautiful bars and restaurants as well. I can imagine with the Christmas lights up. She's happy, look, she's having a sing-song. Got a little tapas place there, look. Beautiful. Is there anything on Isla Lobos? So we passed up Isla Lobos earlier. It's an uninhabited island. There is one bar that sells meat or fish and a couple of beers. And apart from that, no. There are a couple of houses there, but apparently they're like owned by like 2 people. And no one's actually allowed to live there, but they go there for holidays and stuff. But you're not allowed to live there. And you need special permission to get on there, which when you book an excursion on our website, www.travelon.world, they sort all that out for you, so you don't need anything but your passport. But they like clock you in and clock you out again to make sure nobody's sleeping there. That could be a good video, couldn't it? How long could I live on Los Lobos without getting caught? Wonder if they've got a security guard there. The other one I want to do is stay in like Rancho, Texas. Like go to Rancho, Texas for the day and just not leave. But Jack works there and he said, there's no chance you'll do it. He said that somebody would find you. If he ever leaves, I'm doing it. Morning, mate. How are you? You all right? It's beautiful down here. Yeah, look at that for a view. Working hard on a Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. Where are you from? Are you from Fuerteventura or?
No, from Moroccan.
From where?
Moroccan.
You're Moroccan. You don't look Moroccan.
It's Moroccan, black Moroccan.
Yeah, fantastic. Not many people here now for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's got busier, no?
Speak,
I live in Lanzarote.
yeah. Lanzarote is very nice for.
Yeah. It's more chill here, more relaxed. Well, beautiful place. See you later. Have a good day. Yeah, YouTube here. This is my channel. Have a little look. You'll be on YouTube later. That's me. Hello, how are you? You all right? I'm all right. Look at him. Oh, he thinks I'm giving out sweets. He does, this one here.
I watched your YouTube
Do you?
the other day.
That's why you want a sticker, don't you? My face on your cake. Where are you from?
London.
London. Are you here for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where are you stopping?
La Marisma?
I know which one that is, yeah.
It's a nice
So what, first Christmas in the sun or?
Yeah,
Yes.
first Christmas here. We've been
Your first Christmas in the sun?
Yeah.
There you go.
here quite a few times.
And it's our eldest's 18th.
Tomorrow.
Is it?
Tomorrow,
It was
actually.
my eldest 18th on Thursday.
Oh, happy
Yeah.
birthday to you.
Yeah, well there you go. Look, he's off. Look, that's what an 18-year-old does. Get me away
He's
from
not
here.
getting involved.
No, well mine was out till 6 in the morning, so I didn't sleep, but he's back now anyway. Here, have a couple of my stickers.
Gentlemen.
Have a good holiday. Enjoy
You
Christmas,
too.
all right?
Thank
You'll be on
you.
YouTube later on, all right? See you later. Bye, boss. Bye. There you go. Right, let's have a look. We got half an hour. We got ages. I thought this was going to be an easy live today. I thought I'll head over to Fuerteventura. It'll be an easy one. By the time I get back, I'm going to be absolutely worn out. Look at this. Beautiful. Here, look. He's getting the old Insta photo, look. Look, she's straightening her back and everything. She's like, take a picture of me, get the perfect angle. Get the perfect angle or I'm divorcing you. I don't know what's up there. Nothing by the looks of it. There's another little back alley here. Have a little look. Let's have a look around the old back alleys. Thank you, Alfie. 11:31. We got plenty of time. Don't you panic. I think we're all right. Dying for a wee though. As soon as I get on that boat, that is the first place I'm going to. Oh, so there's even more little bars and restaurants up this side. It's more on the night time, this is. 18 degrees, it's gotta be hotter than 18 degrees today. I'm bloody roasting. I'm roasting. Hello from Orange Field, East Belfast, Northern Ireland. Bloody hell, you just put your full address on there, mate. Neil Smith. If you want to know where Neil lives, he's going to give his full address. Hello from Northern Ireland. How are you today, Neil? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh, look at that for a view. That is gorgeous, look. Absolutely stunning. Where am I? I'm in Fuerteventura, Corralejo. If you haven't already followed this channel, follow it. We've got the most viewers on that we've had all day. Do you know what? I might have to keep restarting the live now and again, hadn't I? I think this is what might do it, you know? When it drops to rubbish numbers, I'm just going to have to restart. I think it refreshes and starts sending to new people, which is fantastic. If you just joined us, welcome. You have reached the record of today, 837. We have come all the way from Lanzarote, which is all the way over there, and we've walked the whole of Corralejo all the way there. We've been live since 9 o'clock, so 2.5 hours. And we're going to continue because I'm getting the ferry back at 12. So stay tuned and you'll see a little bit of Lanzarote as well. I'll show you the ferry after I've been for a wait. And then we might have a little rant and a little chat. And we might, well, we might do. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to offend any of my new people that have obviously joined on there. So if you like a good rant and you like to see different places, then make sure to follow this channel and head over to my YouTube channel because I'm nearly on 100,000 there. There you go, all your newcomers. Welcome aboard. Do not go anywhere. I'll find you. I'll find you. Right, there you go. Beautiful little harbour area there, all the boats and stuff like that. Temperature has got to be over 20. 57k nearly likes. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because, well, we have had 1 million likes before on previous lives, haven't we? But then I feel guilty asking you all to tap the screen. Don't know why. I don't know why. I shouldn't do, should I? The amount of idiots that are online asking you to do other things. Well, I shouldn't feel guilty for asking you to tap a screen, should I? Tap the bloody screen, you like now, share the live. Otherwise, I'm never going online again. Do it. Right. So these are, oh look, that's open. It says no entrance. Can I be brave enough? Sod it. Let me take you down here. He's feeding the fish. Look, he's feeding the fish. Wow. Whoa, look at this. He's got loads of bread. Look. What's your name?
My name is Abdullah.
Say hello. Look, you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from Senegal.
Some from Senegal, and you're feeding the fish. Where'd you get all this bread from the restaurants? Wow. Look, can I throw one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fresh bread. That is. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh bread.
Well, you're wasting fresh bread on the fish. I might eat it. Look.
It's good for it, man.
Oh, well, look, watch this. Look at that, look. Wow, that is mad.
Look.
Wow. So you're from Senegal?
Yeah.
Do you work on the markets or?
No, I'm not working market.
What
My profession, I'm carpenter, Madeira, you know.
A carpenter?
Yeah.
And a fish, carpenter and fish feeder. Carpenter and fish feeder, that's what you are. That is mad, look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, thank you very much. Listen,
Thank you for you and you.
You'll be on YouTube later, that's my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Mr TravelON, lovely to meet you. You live in Fuerteventura, yeah?
Yeah. I'm here.
I live in Lanzarote.
Ah, yeah, you live in Lanzarote.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm calling you.
You come and see me. You
Yeah.
come and see me. Fantastic. I was going to go down there. I think I'll get in trouble, won't I? Yeah, I better not. See you later, buddy.
See you later, man. Good have a day.
See, what a lovely man from Senegal. You see what I mean? No problem at all. Feeding the fish, happy as hell. Looking back again, mate. Oh my God! Oh my God! Are you not going over? Did you change your mind?
Yeah, no, we booked some tickets and we're going on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Yeah,
well,
okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We follow you on TikTok. You're amazing. You do an amazing
Yes,
job.
get on there. Well, you'll be on YouTube twice now. I'm still going.
Yeah.
I might see you over in Lanzarote on Wednesday.
We'll see you there.
All right, buddy. See you later. Have a lovely day. All right. You want to get a picture? Come on, get in here. Look.
Yeah.
Come on, get in.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's the man.
Oh, she's getting bigger. She's getting you zooming out. Look, zooming out. Don't fall over. Get in there. Boom. Are we in?
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you, mate. I might see you over in Lanzarote if you come over Wednesday. Have a good time. See you later. Bye. There you go, lovely people as well. Where are you today? I'm in Corralejo, Fuerteventura. And we're heading back to the ferry to go over to Lanzarote again. My feet are killing me. I should have bought them Skechers for €57. That was a bargain, that was. I'm a bit devastated. They were reduced from 115 to 57. Oh, I might have to try the... No, I've got enough pairs of trainers. Do you know my problem? I'm the tightest man on the internet, right? But when I see a bargain like that, I snap it up. But then I think, really, if I looked at it, it's like, have I just saved €57 or have I actually just spent €57 that I didn't need to spend in the first place? That's me all over, that is. Tightest man on the internet. I'll travel an hour to save myself 20 pence. but I still want them. I fancy them. They look nice. I just won't wear them. I'll just store them, and then when my other ones run out, then I would have saved money. You know what I mean? Because when the other ones run out, I can grab them again. I've got a brand new pair of Skechers, haven't I? Right. Thank you, Alfie. Yes, indeed. Alfie's just told you where I'm going. Is that blocked off up there? I think it is. Let me show you this way. What time is it? We've got 20 minutes. It ain't going to take me 20 minutes to walk there. Right, I'll show you this part of town. So when you come off the ferry, literally, you want to walk this way, okay? As soon as you get off the ferry, walk that way, like I did this morning. That'll take you into Corralejo town. And then you can actually also walk this way, but there's not a lot this way. There's one restaurant. There is a cheap hotel here, but you get some beautiful views with the waves. Look, let me show you the waves. And this is what Fuerteventura is all about. It's all about the surfing, look. And so I remember last time we came over here, we could see the boat coming. So we've got plenty of time because I don't see that boat even left for Lanzarote yet. Let me get up here, look. Oh! Look at that for a view. So that's Los Lobos, look. That's the Armas ferry over there. Who's the yellow shirt guy? Where? I don't see it. Who's got a yellow shirt on? Who's rude? Right, there's the waves, look. Look at that. And a lot of you have asked Los Lobos, so there's nothing over there, but you can get the little taxi boat and a little ferry over there, and that you can book on our website. Or if you're in Lanzarote, which is there, by the way, you can get the Busier one that goes directly to Los Lobos on a big speedboat, and that'll take you in there as well. And there's Lanzarote over there. That's where we're heading. I didn't see a yellow guy flip me. Who was it? Where? Can we go back? Can we go back? It's another one of my 2026 New Year's resolutions is I'm going to call out people because people are so brave, aren't they? The other day, somebody beat me because I was driving at the speed limit and somebody beat me, yeah? And then like overtook me quite aggressively. He was a tourist as well. He was in a hire car and he drove past and like flipped me off. Now, usually I'd let it lie, but I thought, no, New Year's resolution, I'm calling out these clowns. So I chased him. I chased him and he shit himself. This is my New Year's resolution. I'm going to get so big and muscular and like ripped that I'm just going to like call these clowns out, like yellow shirt man that just flipped me off. I'm literally going to go up and say, "What's your problem? Do you want to flip me off now?" Do you know what I mean? I'm not big enough and bold enough yet. Well, I'm definitely bold enough, but if I got like really muscly, you know what I mean? The people would shit themselves, wouldn't they? There was another one, because I'm in Mrs TravelOn's car as well, so there was another one, and then this guy was reversing out, young lad, and he was reversing out, and he like nearly hit me, and I just pulled up and like beeped, and like I was like, "Mate, you know, watch where you're going," and then I drove off, and he followed me for about 5 minutes, so I pulled up, and I think he must have thought that I was a female, because I was in Mrs TravelOn's car, and it's hardly a manly car. Mind you, it's a little van, but I think he might have thought I was a female. And I pulled up and he pulled up behind me. So I jumped, I sat there and I thought, right, I've got two choices here. I can get out politely and say, "What's your problem?" Or I can literally get out with aggression. So I literally flew out the car and said some very sort of aggressive words. Was like, "What is your I swore then, didn't I? "What is your effing problem? I'm going to rip your effing face off." And I opened his door and he literally sped. I've never seen somebody speed off so much. The wheels went crazy. That's my New Year's resolution, 2026. I'm taking no shit off these people that think they've got no accountability for their actions. Oh. People need to account for their actions. If you want to flip somebody off in a car, then you need to understand that that comes with consequences, and those consequences could be detrimental to your health. So there you go. I'm not letting it, and all these trolls and that on the internet, I'm going to call them out because they can all sit behind their keyboards and say shite, but when you call them out, they absolutely go right back in their box, don't they? And this is the problem. Right, we've got 15 minutes. I better go. That's the one that I told you about. That's really cheap, Dunas Club. So if you want to do a night over in if you want to come over from Lanzarote and do a night, Dunas Club is usually dirt cheap, and it's part of this hotel which is called Luna, and this is quite a good little restaurant as well. Do you know what? I'm sure that ferry went back at 12:30. Right, we've got 15 minutes anyway. I don't even see it. So I don't know how the hell it's going to get to us in that time. These are all busy, busy, busy. Look, busy bars and that around here. Let's get across here, look. So the Armas is there. At the end of the day, if I miss... Oh, there's our ferry, I think, is it? God, look at the state of them waves. It's going to be a rocky one on the way back. We might be sitting and having a few rants. We might be, we might not. Batteries are going to go soon on the actual camera. So I might pause YouTube. Because, I could have charged up on the boat, actually. Yeah, so YouTube, I might pause you for a bit. Because I don't want the batteries to run out. And I want to show you back on the boat, okay? This is where you book your tickets on our website, www.travelon.world, and then you come here to the ferry office to collect your boarding card. The other Armas one here, so if you go in Armas, and then the other one, Fred Olsen, is here. So same as what we had in Lanzarote, but a little bit different. Used to be a lovely little cafe here as well. Lovely little cafe. 11:47 Mel, we're rocking and rolling, we're all right. In England, you've got red post boxes. Here, we've got greyer ones, yellow. And this is the Armas. Look, let me show you the Armas. So this is one of my favourite big boys, to be honest. Like I said, it's an older ship, like a real sort of older ship, bit rusty, bit smelly, a bit creaky, as you can hear, but it's a lot more fun. It's like got it's got like 3 levels to it. It's got like a big bar, like a garden in the middle, and this is where the cars get on. Look. So that's all open up, look, cars go underneath there. When it's like mega busy, like on bank holidays, literally it's like a nightmare. They squeeze them right on, they even go like up. There's like a little ramp and everything. You can hear it, bloody hell. The noise on that. That's what I mean, it's a creaky old ship, but for me it's more fun. And then if you're a foot passenger, look, you go up here. But we get the Lineas Romero one, that's what we do. No, Lineas Romero. Look at that, that's massive, isn't it? That is massive, look at that. Wow. Shall I just get on? Just walk on. So here, I love this one because you've got all this area here which has like tables and chairs you can look out the window. Then you've got another level out there, like a balcony. And then on the top, you've got another level. And then in the middle, you've got like a whole bar area. It's really cool. Voila. That's over there. And then we're getting a Lineas Romero, which is up here. And we'll go and see where it is. We've still got 10 minutes. We're going to have a look that way, see where it is and if it's coming or not. It is, it just peaked up, it just creeped up then, didn't it? Look at that. I was going to go up them steps and have a look, see where it was. It just creeped around the corner. There you go, look, and this is us. We are getting on this. You can see there's people taking cases over that might be going on for the day or going over for the day, might be stopping somewhere. That was good timing, wasn't it, Karen? Bloody hell. Whew. I am dying for a sit down though. And you know what I'm dying for. I am dying for a wee. There's more people coming over on the later one than the early one. I came over on the early, didn't I, 9:30. So there's one going back at 12, or we arrived 9:30. We arrived about 10, so you can get the one at 10. There's the Armas. Look, there's some beautiful views of Corralejo. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit busier now, look, a bit busier. Fantastic. So we'll be going on that, and I'll take you with us, so stay tuned if you're watching on TikTok. I'll show you a little bit of the boat on the way back, and then we're going to sit down and have a chill, and then I'm going to get YouTube back on when we land back in Playa Blanca, because I've not got that much battery left. This has been a long bloody live, hasn't it? My feet are killing me. I should have bought them Skechers. Where are you from?
From Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong?
Yes.
On holiday?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow! Are you doing a tour of Europe or?
Just for the Canary Islands.
From Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Get in there. That's my channel. You're going to be on there, okay?
Yes, love it.
I need some Hong Kong subscribers. You need to tell everybody. Bloody hell, look at this, we're off. It's a rocky one on the way back, look. It is a rocky one on the way back, but this is it, look. Corralejo over there, look. Whoa. I'm not going to be walking around this, I can tell you that now. There you go, there's Playa Blanca, look. And dare I say, we've had a gorgeous day all day, and now the clouds have come in. We might get a bit of rain here, folks. These are our friends from Hong Kong. Hello, Hong Kong.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
You all right? You having a good holiday, yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I want to come to Hong Kong. It looks good.
Yeah.
Have you done all the? Have you been to Tenerife?
Yeah. We came from Tenerife.
Is this the last one, or?
Yeah, the last island.
This is the best island.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little bit more chill. Brilliant. And then when you go back to Hong Kong,
I will back. And we're going to London.
you're going to London.
Yeah, we're back to London nowadays.
Oh, London's horrible. I don't like London. But have a lovely time, okay? See you later. Bye. Bye. Oh, very nice. People from Hong Kong. Gracias, amigo. Hasta próxima. Gracias. Whoa, 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 giving us a beep. The armas is beeping us. Look, these lot are heading over. There's the old armas going there, look. Lovely people from Hong Kong. Lovely lads. You should do a Christmas song, a Mr TravelON Christmas song. Do you know what, Mel? I've got loads of ideas for 2026. One of them isn't making a Christmas song, but I could add it, couldn't I? Right, come on. Let's get rocking and rolling. Look, these have got all their luggage with them. They're obviously coming over for a bit of a break. So if it starts getting windy, you might not be able to hear me on TikTok, but there's the armas coming in. Look, reverse parking. So that must have been right behind us. So that did that leave? We left before that, didn't we? So we've just as fast as that one today. And there's the other one, look, so I've shown you all the ferries now. There's the old Fred. And there is the old Armas. And there is the bloody clouds as well. Oh my days. But we're all right, no wind. What a bloody day. What a day. I'm absolutely worn out. Absolutely worn out. We've had rants, we've talked politics, we've freed Palestine together, haven't we? We've done everything. We've done everything. Mr TravelON saving the world. Right, come on, you might as well come with me. I've still got bloody 10% battery. I've got 0% battery in my legs, but I've got 10% left on the phone, actually. Mr. Rant on. Well, that's why I'm doing the other channel, Mr TravelON Full On. There's the old Fred over there, look. Because I can rant away on there and be naughty, can't I? Without, which bloke? Oh, that one, the old Free Palestine one. Unbelievable, isn't it? I just don't care. Just leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? Doing a bloody TikTok live here. I don't need your shite. If you want to hear my opinions, mate, you make your bloody hair curl. I try and keep mine to myself. It's very occasionally I will sort of talk politics like I just did on the boat, but I try and keep my opinions to myself because it offends too many snowflakes. If my mother was watching, she'd have had a panic attack as well. Don't worry about anybody, mate. Don't worry about anybody. God, we've had that bloody hippie with a hand reading a palm hippie, moaning about me bloody turning my camera to her while she's bloody sitting there with her hand on her nose. Unbelievable. Right, let's get this way. Let's have a little look here. And let's... YouTube, thank you very much for joining us. You missed out on the boat ride back. We had a good old debate about all sorts of things, but that won't be on YouTube. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is the catch-up. If you want to be live and you want to have a good old chat and a good old natter, then you have to go over to TikTok, over to the dark side, and watch live on there. And if you're watching on TikTok and you've missed out on the last 3 hours, it's going to be on YouTube later. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. 100,000 is that close. Right, see you later.